Abon ye dwumadia manyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi maka na man MPP say ye ne wo sno kokroko a wodi ye chi asuo kam NDC akatama so okata ne maso CPP say ye ne nanan makokonyina manyuku no PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne ehunu amagawo ho ti Akoko Abon dwumadie wo Hello FM so memenda no pa bia efi no nsiempa imukosi nonkro Akoko Abon
Akoko Abon ye kikimuti Hello 101.5 FM o text line 0265170336 0265170336 Opa say we program live on Facebook and also search it from the search engine Hello 101.5 FM you be live na yina ye dinkomo na ya koyenim na honorable question say ji openi ye da se no adaja no pe
me so mi da wase say wo fide kaka kai o ma memre say memra na ye meka ensem abebo amagana tumbo
ye da se we dey say sabri dey more apt to sell than any other time because as former a cancer foreign minister and you would what goes on other fronts and also from other parts of the world, diplomacy and all. But before then, the other time, brother Biba, now Koena, or catch them say, often or catch them say, or from roommate, and was a number one floor and that's something.
Yes.
Chairman Samuel Ofusuampofo. Na no dim komoru Emma oka sen kana ka pese okebi no oka akwan bi ewo mu area wana.
Yes correct.
That's right.
Correct.
Na emu dey na pese o react no
ya me sen kan correct na me won kran manti obi na frɛ me and obusam say kwan a free adjuso eko onwe senimpon kwaso na fe na kodru continency na mu kokofu na kwakusi bekwai sa kwan no omusi na say minua no fusiapa for chairman say wo mu yi na it say na so na bi ntisa any a friend king na jamde frewa afi na chase mo amebekari na no na kesa
no ne yapon
na mo apon
ne yapon ti na chese where are you we are texting me say mama wanchia na me the questions me no
ampa
fache me
kambe so me babeka
fache
say me chia T4 kokoko T4 mo fidi kesi obi a o timi nkan bia me manache
that's right chief enti na ekwan na o kasa mo anyem na anu yi ne say we are MP for how many terms
3 terms
12 years and foreign minister from 2007 to 2007 yes that's right to 2008 okay enti ekwan na mo aye
yeah dada
wo pen so kwan na wo ye na okay
the kai papa
and I want to if you are to refi
every that I almost have bubo including na di nchiro
that's right
because I have for na wala no so nya na wo ni constituency but ed bedamase say metimi ayesa kwan no enti no so bi ka say NDC time one day be nya no krekra so the kwai no ni say sa kwan no na futukwai kokusi bekwai obi e tell you sa kwan no eno nti no se o kasa wo ko bekwai na free ye ho na kwa ye so bakuma se san wa sa ko bekwai so nti ena face so ayifo nso oboase gold mines so mo yi ne ma no mo ba iso mo ba bedru kuma se no am sa turn left e dey akọ bekwai kwantintin nti sa kwa we ne ye kwan bi abetumi aboa ama chese I short ama oboase because oboase gold mines that time no more fanima pa edeko enti me kai pa se dwabe ni eba ho be chia me di ni mo nyam betai me chi wo me krom onwi nti obae no na onwefo nsam o mu kan ni nyina ne se sa kwa ne de manya eni ebe se me free ho pa na kwaye nam so di futuro ni ade and I'm a call a Saudi Ukrainian opposition.
They're not MP.
Na me MP. So me MP from 1997.
Oh, I see.
Up to 2008.
I just say first time I'm call Parliament.
First time I call Parliament, yes.
So when the president we not call Parliament at the same time.
President Akoko.
That 92. More boycott.
Yeah, boycott. Yes. 92 class now meeting by ballot.
96. And year 2 and I'm call 97.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And if free a honor, the 2 to 2008. I just driving there minimum almost Krobia because Krobia no amensi hot. Uncle BB or Alma on at that time.
They say they were just on qua.
F4.
It is all cast of baby ma over just one
Debbie. Everyone say, me and Cassano, me papa, a free driving.
One and
Pamina free driving.
Paternal grandfather.
Paternal. And me mommy. Yes, we free a friend say, Jachi.
Maternal grandmother.
Jachi. Make it say, and a betra on me. And yakaho. Edi onye na enim semicrom onye so sini microm.
I see.
Edi kwa no ho na neda.
But as foreign minister, and you lost the primaries.
Yeah.
Yes, so almost na wuntia ampa.
There be o.
Yes, so sa no mo kan say we chisle ampa.
Now me say maybe me chisla dey pay no edima in that time no. But then what me be for na dia mo bi. So, but rather than crop fees, CBS income, maybe or the same. Come fees a foreign ministry there can be a visa now the more muntukwa. That was a charge. I know me now. Say chess so this career. Me yeah, sika me no. They say me dey ehwe me ho. Oh, and me to me koji bribe be makase me koji bribe baby. And I say that time no so say the only no. I mean president before regime. Anya there. Now, which me akwe bibia and then kwemo. Na me so me nature no so me pesa. So I don't.
But after office grab, I would say you were hauled before the courts.
Yes.
And look around, no charges there.
Oh, yeah. Allegation said my rice, my import to rice. But foreign ministry should not import rice. So as a result of that, my cost of financial loss to the state. Attempting to steal charges 8 near the bomb.
Now we import rice.
I want to say Kwame. Oh, sorry.
Don't worry. I was born on a Saturday.
Oh, okay. Then my Kwame. No. Diplomacy I can want some. No, it's part of it. Ghana and India have very, very strong, good relationship. So it's a course. I don't know a komwaba. So bekaya kumbi a buy, Na demonstrations were from Senegal right down to Africa. Na obia demonstrations are come the So you call India, many president for. And you call any say, na you read the prime minister and na kotra efi nike say discuss near my here Emma Ghana and India relationship no. Eti you can't say sisi you come about. Yes, some no bi ho am for my. So time not trade for apply. I'm a trade for apply, woman's anke bi. It ye call any kind of sisi almost a corner abano, a sorodo. I don't Santeria, on the head on bay. But because you know more very good relationship, on the head on bay. In fact, countries 5 any my rice need my allocation. Say Africa, and I Ghana be. That's it.
That wasn't for free. You try. I see.
You try because me, now me feel say beer or me do my free. Until me call president, say president. Crawford, some more can you? No say, but man, I say come cry no abana so. Ghana, ni be beer bet me aswan no. And most of the beer dibi. So say ya, if you should be no more kofa no. So, but o mami warning say, yem foreign banks and kofa. Emma, now mon family young faso, a Brian Yakako stress Abon, TFM local banks. So, Etiadima, and I been prudential at that time. So, mon friend, conquer. And a prudential for, sorry, and I before buying you say, first one, idiot, second one, idiot, prudential. So, say, if seeing a beer, I need them prudential. Until now, sound okay. Normal. Yeah, until the address ni bibia ma. And it's an Indian government. And yes, a company be Kotofi company be Indian government. And what they my yen. So how can
run for how long? Court and
3 years. 3 years and 3 months.
Sata only Jaguchi.
Oh,
now lawyer no way.
One was say Attorney General.
Godfrey Damia.
Godfrey, yes.
Oh, really?
A young lawyer. And menino koi.
But that's what Sata Grano very young.
Very, very.
They know who that goodness in him.
Oh, in fact, it's true. Honorable Freddie Blay.
I see.
A current chairman. Okay. The wife Gina. And I'm a friend. I'm going to Gina. If you be a friend, you want to be a for a friend. Me say, Mimra for interrogation. Nah, I meant to say. And was okay. Wait a minute, Madame Fubima. No, uncle. Well, I mean, no, that because it's your buy, younger. In fact, before me, brace. Uncle pay Penimubia any more year. She say, white penny wiggy year brown. Now, cover white wigs. I know the tea. Let see what David. We need Namami, more confidence on them. So, and the Odamina or running everything from day 1 to day 0.
Thereafter, not in the relationship to say from time to time.
Oh, yes, it's very nice, very cordial, very, very cordial, very cordial.
Honorable Kwesio Seji, a former foreign minister, Republic of Ghana, or a former member of Parliament, then a Judicial Jabin. Now, honorable foreign minister, former foreign minister, diplomacy, Unimukakra. Ghana, maybe I see any Russia invasion of Ukraine, maybe a Kosovo. Yana, dear Ben, a Kosovo, send a Hunomafa, saying as our invasion, a behaye, and I beboy, if any.
Obiva says a cordia, a family of a beboy will be a more cono, the obey winning crano, M1. So, in diplomacy, no dear. Yana war and as invasion, Yani and Penisa, a person sit down to talk, to negotiate. They can say a protected life. Again, also the UN Charter, no, my sovereignty, no, a protector will be a sovereignty, no, a idea, idea, Juma, or diplomacy, no. And Ghana, so no, Yana in our own diplomatic, Yani, certain things be a yeah, dada. So we always support Ubia, so Okra the sovereign states, no, and they be a support, no. Yempe say Obi separatists and I say Yibi Bebanya wako support, and I say Yempe say Bibia Obia or freedom fighters and so your support. And so that has been since Kwame Nkrumah time. So until say invasion, we use the word invasion there. Ghana will support the country is being invaded. No.
Now support apart from a friend say support in words, and they may be a bit right.
Oh, there be say and make as a diplomatic say lucky. Ghana a non-permanent member of the Security Council. And honor decisions be a take. And the Unzukas and say Ghana for to say support condemn, which means support to Ukraine. In that language, So you have seen it, and can say again also any Russia for also a very, very good relationship. So Kwame Nkrumah time in Russia for a back Ghana ha ombe boy any other day anyway Nansen can say of late can say from kakra. And so but I can say any more very, very good relationship.
I see. Now Sam to Queen so bena ebinya ewu ewiase. Say Koswa as ewiase ayidi. Yes obi am person obekwa akọ Ukraine for echi but enkola no emma susu.
Yes be obi ko gina Ukraine echi per se. Very simple to say that in the sense say sa adia abe. So the world would not want to see a third world war. Since we are almost getting there, kakra, because and yet one state against the other, a group of states. So we share. I didn't want. I can see a kind. I did ever sign. Usha NATO and a EU. So, and it is a woman is a front line, but they don't want to be seen to show Sebia. Yeah, we are fighting. The troops fighting alongside. They can make supplies like jet planes.
But they are losing.
Who is losing?
The NATO and allies, because of Russia for the Ukraine.
They are not losing. There's a battle there. What do you mean now? Obia on the strategy or the
I anticipate Russia for no. Obia hit
Russia. You cannot.
But why? So they are hitting Ukraine. So Ukraine is losing.
You see, maybe they all can person draw me into the no-flight zone or Mokano. So okay, because I know they are on me. I stop jet, air quaco bombo or one. So I don't know, sir. Say unya a free. United Nations what you do is say you have to protect it. We secure that no-fly zone. Ebema planes na free Russia no want to be getting in. As I say, more protect it. Say more stop the Russians coming.
But they are still flying and hitting Ukraine
because there's no fly zone. No fly zone. Almost secure. Just say, Russians, no, Ukrainian president, they can say, Europe, Mumbra, Namon put a stop to it. So, but the Europeans are saying, or NATO for that matter, are saying, so we are the Sanoa, will be escalating in a way. Because imagine, say, a NATO country like maybe France, now a French Mirage, now Konako Bombo, Russian here. So, they can already declare war between your country and Russia. So, which is dangerous. Until a say, we targeted. Be also a nuclear power. So, and the Akasi is starting now, will be a a world war complete. Now, the world war is there, nobody wins. And this is a Canadian allies, no coaching German for SOMU, almost society, and Grata, Gigi, money, Omuchi, Sikani, this time, no, a nuclear.
We say do fear 70. My main dimi fear 7 na time 90. My who posters flying around now. Who poster na me who picture. Honorable Kwesio J, former Minister of Foreign Affairs and MP for Judicial constituency, National Chairman who for 2020. The poster no. There's a portion that reads: "It is therefore imperative for the MPP to choose experienced and mature leaders in the with the requisite wisdom to go back to our roots, resurrect the MPP spirit of old, and uphold our value of service, sacrifice, and reward. We must necessarily empower our grassroots, strengthen our internal democracy, and foster consensus building. Above all, we must consciously unite the MPP to make it formidable and attractive for purposes of breaking the eight. For these and many other reasons, I have done extensive consultation and I have finally and firmly resolved to put myself up to contest for the position of National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party when nomination opens in this year, 2020. We are somewhere that opposed to now the back as a payment, say.
I say MPP, Amanyoku, say in a time also. Say nya nkabo mu sonko say pese ye winning election a day in 2018
before so because opani bi atro say a friend of Ohina Santi was say honorable J is right. In 2002 I was living at Kwaso. The route from Judicial to Kontinasi was unmotorable. There was a hill entering Isienimpo Kai. When it rained, drivers and passengers were in trouble. The road was fixed under his tenure. Somebody wrote that.
Correct.
To confirm what you are saying.
And correct. Okay, now welcome.
Tiafe Koso Kasapalo.
Said you know, MPP, Manukuno, your boy, homody, your government, Abon homody, and what the measures be about or implementing programs be a fix and yet for elections, but the program I never build this nation. Country be a warriors be a building nation, or to build your nation, you need to educate your people. So the be a bebwa, ama development netimia akosro, akonenim. Countries which is Singapore, any Malaysia, any South Korea, women in independence around the same time. And if it is South Korea or Singapore war, na hwe de Malaysia wo difference umpa. The point in any say Malaysians no concentrate in Singaporeans and South Koreans no concentrate on education. It's education, you know, and it is a more na science and technology in a movie. And this is just recognized countries are advanced. We need to do that. Again, also no measures be ready about you implement and yet dear 4 years now say gestation period no work. Just say MPP to me a time consistency in governance. So the baby to me abwa ama programs they are starting again also so for Singapore now a year Lee Kuan Yew Singapore or no was the prime minister for almost a year or hand over to neba. Yes, elections also. But programs we are Singaporeans no share. Bet me abwa amekune uko back to uko to Malaysia. So the same thing Mahathir. Or also sa one party no our power for so long a time. And also we share Korea so the same thing. Korea also more long period. Making sure some developments will be to me akoso. And Ghana also sabi an island that different from all this it never be why ebetimi amboa. Now before obetimi achieve that I say you go back into our roots and see and try and find out the reasons that team winning elections from 2000 elections winning president go for by and then you share say then team winning elections in 2008 so a debate by you could see say in fighting Bibri there was no internal peace in the system. And on a boy, army intimia, and on a mitigate against us, army intimia win elections, The toss on also, a grassroots also. From 2000 and 2004, 2008, near Lusu. If you are banning in an Osha, you be winning elections, just say, Yetimia empower warm. Grassroots. I make one saying. As is woman here, Jumano. Anytime be an elections, I won at the polling station. It is a Uber nationals, for instance, campaigning for presidency, That's a presidency, a honor, a kosra. Propriety of the president and the government, sura. That's a grassroots, that's a party, so internally, so any good. I don't idea about the situation, homes is here, 137, 138 in Parliament, Emma slow. Are confused in the system. All these are dealing in a social media. The best way to do it, is to be able to have coined as 4 strategic pillars. They contested these elections. First of all, we have to make sure say there's what we call peace. Peace, internal peace. A simple word of say it is not true say forms will be about because a young contest now police station suspend the police station elections once NTB alcohol a cover problems by formula again also we need to unify the party because party no seven penny for IEB never to us opposition for 30 years near opposition. I feel about government more. It is also say pennyphobia brave and we should not try and say Sibia you bet young for home I'm saying internal party and succeed. For instance, obviously DC is a appointed to a modano and from President Kufota in 2000. DCs, MPs, ministers, party activists.
Daniel Ochema Boajesi too much English.
Oh, yo, me catch us Michiano. I'm here I'm needing como. Okay, say young Kabomo Sonko. Nase, your call said the economy, wage na ha, say, Nipambi, Pennyphone be at the Sequebo. Any John as a woman count. But at the end of some count, party in the whole government. It is a government EBB. As you see, Timmy active, it is a Timmy Fishimo, near who say, Adia, a papa near support. If you say ye babe party no babe call election ye be free ya ye be call akogina ho akohwe say party no ni programs no any bibia or ye bia the policies are take it for the last 4 years no ye betimi aton e ama o mo kwakoto aba no ma to aba no amaye again also no we need to give them hope. I'm talking about the whole country. So if you party no your party for your to my end bia any woman so pay asem be a bibinti no mo to aba na maye floating voters no. So it me more sense of hope. Na omo be kan ho said omo kan ho de bia no na etimi ajampo 50 plus 1 50% plus 1 eno ntino so hwebo this program de betimi ama yetimi a capture e betimi enya 2024 elections are there anymore no the program no
that chairman sorry was the chairman
yami be number
so far betimi a kind nipa bensia a obia say o person chairman
yes
ti bi say on about kwesi o say ngia e de na ma o dance free afufra ka na se nkaya obia wo pese o pese ono na ye party ntitire no e de na ma o yeso
yes party de o komwa before ubagura party mu no e say o ka ho bi from beginning party ye chichiri nya se de o ka no 92 ye ni na no yeso party no CC party no ma party ya akono e ma yetimi wini 2000 elections no eno bi na e person me offer Osi Oseje was there no hobby any chichiri 92 through young executive and through a friend say mission 2000 I to win 2000 elections no it you know Oseje war experience we are prepared to offer to the party experience or gaining in the party experience or gaining in foreign foreign ministry they bring people together so and no nyina na bene menuanum a omo contest bi no make catch on say wo hwemu de a me wo that appeal no eche wo no
but this is Ghana ha yenya no mfie nwotwe it is a mudi mfie nwotwe a emfa ho ne adwuma a wo ye komo obimra nti I say the signals are not too good for Momo party because after 2024 na mo di mfie nwotwe nti sade bi no mo ka say whether good or bad go let somebody come
they be nyane sa ho na omo tro constitution no tro ye omo say mfie 9 kra no di mfie 9 na yekoto aba na o government and so party no amolo ho modern a etimi di usi nchen e ma foforo ba bibie no hyehyɛ bie no che say bia whether say ade no waye ni ye ana onye ni ye afie nwotwe ason da bi hyehyɛ ye sedem di ka kan no hyehyɛ ya di ato ho a ye pese ye sisi ana say develop this nation no into if you like middle upper you say the Singapore for any Malaysia for no one and no and yeah dear ye sabi na otwi mienu asem enye mfie 9 asem so na sabi do bia o si dai no foundation na o build ye no architect o ye dada man no onim susu ye opeso ye it is a o jai na say fioko na me architect from ra na me fa mason from ra no me si sa dai no ya na ne ho hye ne kakra eno ntino ade bia Ghana for say o mo mfie na bia o mo nto aba na bibie no che say mfie nwotwe so ko no bi ba there be intisa ejina nhye awaye
honorable na simple party no so no ti say dey na o ka say o purpose one peace bebe no I say obia wo ego say obi say we say every actually na a minister
yes
and then we minister
yes
so obi wo no my basa de butimi funu wo sa won tiase say wo no maybe no a minister now a deputy minister and administration bim an administration bi aba onye mu into more or less no onye team player bim it is our party no
Well, but any human institution be I understand etisa. Say obi oha oya de no oboa. Na bia obi fufraba another administration number no feel say bia the line no nipa mako we no office obi to know my de no. Yes, and right because constitution ye kan constitution no na ye hwemo e de ebu o mai. Constitution no so che say president na appoint here. And no na make say maka so many platforms to say. Sa de no eye. Nenso for the party no so the government no. Esisi our own internal systems be a eyo. I remember say Yanko elections 1992. Yanko. The Rocha ano ye chairman there no. Okay, so okay. Yentimi tran hokwa abra yentimi answer some yentimi answer niema ebe hagana for. Yentran se name formal committees. So no. The formal committees are ebetimi dia boa na fe the statement na kwabontin. Like I said, the people no as if say they were parliament no. Yamia da Roma say parliament.
Because na more opposition outside parliament.
Correct. Yeah. First, a committee. Every ministry we are on a committee. Yeah, me say inside of nami trade committee so the chairman or safumafo. Like I say, develop party no policies near programs are say can you buy more
alternative policies.
Exactly, sir. Pepe. And nuntino, I am saying say to solve this problem say be a bit me ama sadi we no a bit me free horror. They say you go back, you saba back bio a committee system no.
But this time we are
yes, it doesn't matter. My party don't get involved. My party no mo enka ho bi no mo hu say party no sabi any a war government no. So because you see ade ba ko wo ho a hu my ni say party no ni government no tem no it is like a motorway edem and ye ko I say government no e na ade e na party no so e wo ho e na no e hia sa say timi bring the two no together. So yes be our sabi okwa cabinet no na be abitimi I getting involved there be yen state committees na ye no last time no mo ye ministers no. So say quarterly kra na say busumi nsia kra ministers no beba na obi a no ye deputy minister na so ye or no about that platform or bansa a obeche na adwene de oho no or ye kudru ye entina betumi aboa minister no because a year or no I say civil service no almost permanent in a way. The policy programs in so now we afa niggas so the next one no and a man media may call for and say you be committees na omo eti ho no omo nim de ewo ensem bi hu on betimi aboa hwe e by say a good program. NDC for nya omo beye MPP for enyen esese eyo ebeboa country no ehia se de bia na sebe na yafa kora ne enam ne agibusia ogibusia na obetua utua the more so a ogibusia no the more so na sebe sika ebeka for development no entimi se wa we no ho na se ubomodin na ogigi sika no ha na de development no IMF want to American show say conditionality any when so yo and yes sikane de ma no ye vema o si yo mati because we hear sikarinti so as you say your bomodian you just any man no because we go Africa because you are poor no ye dey give more sika bebre ye give busian bebre and also busian so give bebre so na make you poorer so nigga say money here more yes, you hear committees, sir.
All right. He says, we see for more. Say na reception that we are now. Can I say na who's the nipa on the cancer? I'm so down from the cancer. I know we see doing it here. Was this only camera co baby now few at here? The nipa the other no corner or say few at here. But which me again nipa no from at least the body language no class be somehow can uti no fa ana uti na wan fa ana uti. How do they receive you and your message?
The message obojitum pa unity I make all for no obojitum hope wa sese de ma empowerment of grassroots no obigini ina to. Now I'm not going to be alone. I'm not Mr. Kasa me nko a committee. Just say the council no I want. But proposals are made by Bano. So I mean as a chairman of the Baba say debate near say very good for us. I don't want some near king. Say Debia me can't no more council no anymore. Being a politician for 12 years, 16 years because of boycott 12 years. Minim said in Pacronos are seminal or catch no na otia utimihono. O Cassam Cherana Fissing years were obiting because the A very no reform. The old can no reforms are the old OTS is with you now all smiling into Otimige is Papa Masma making Otimasia. So far, the Penifua Mishishi or Mono, any Penifua no Macasacanina, no Edgy a Futio, any quiet befaso a bay Jumano, Inano, Obieno, Sebi, Maconwa, Wakasibia, me propose and answer me hua me de ba agronomono ojintu.
Finally, Chief, this is a give Rakoisikasem. Do you have the money?
Enye sikasem in a way. I don't know person you try necessarily mano because they are here. Neko sikasem wa. Ebema sabi sikafon kwa nebe party MPs. Nebe party chairman for ni ade ade na. Esa no sabi yen mo here for and say here for no so many chance. Eno nye proper democracy. So a party no so and standing for that. Standing say maubia equal opportunity. Then the pakono sebe the done mono and with Timmy Aba no the Ababe Boa ama Aboa party na Timmy Akoko Boa Ghana. So if you more GB dan kwano keske no pa se kwa me kuma mfamano ka wan fa amano etinenye sika buzia the same thing say o kan se opese ya ka kwa me kuma de ma no am o kan se onye opposition yi sana edubo ahene no ni sika sana Victor Uzu no ni sika sana J Kufo no ni sika. So non tino the me person me can say a party a drinning party no first sikari de we den e de bema e de ma won pa ko tuya ka ro de ma na so ba no anye ade e beboa wo ana so beboa offensing e beboa ye nyina sika no enso no matter what sika kakra bi de pa ko le bema wo no so the ma na so ko to aba no a emfie 9 no uhunu biwa eno enye nemo me chairmanship there me pese ye nyina ye together se adwuma bi ba e form a sisi omu nyina timi ye bi me ntia se bi adwuma ba ye akwan roads na road aye no kromani bia na se party ni bia ye bi as a liberal na se as obi a supply bibi na do ma ba no ma ba ya de na wi ani e ko na DC aba na obetwe akate tape see declare say ade we open eno ne ade a be pese esisa na obi a get involved say the be ya beboa ama onipa koro so hu say me ka ho because the fact is say o ka ho bi no e motivate no e ma ne ye adwuma den e ma party no so timi etumpo
no abo ye beda but former foreign minister let us say as a president, Akufo, then foreign minister, or move on to campaign to become flag bearer, and I'll buy, and I'll go to the office.
Yes.
Indeed, what an attempt to say from time to time. Do you call him? Does he call you? Do you get into contact?
Yes, solid. And look around, you see, yeah, party, you need leader. So, okay, president, you are not a leader of the party.
And I'm not buying 2 terms, one for one.
Oh, I respect him. President has to. On one is so junior who said, "Midway, midway,
well, we are free. Who could find a position there? Say, can at least also letting the team go. Don't share with me.
Well, at least say they all can on. But me, if he's a president or no, all right.
Are you bitter?
Well. Bitter? No.
Do you feel disappointed?
No. Never. He knows me. I've been to his house so many times. He didn't come. Bishiano, baby, he didn't come. I mean, you're bitter. No, never.
Is he doing well as a president? Or yeah, dear?
so far the meaning not na demon fie num ne fan de if he said the oye no e be ana osusu hu odi tim so obetumi ayesa de no but in the party to the be wadu ho a ya na bia de otwasa na mpani focus de otwasa no nim se de chiachia e be betumi ahia kakra but ohwemu a de opeso oye no the activism of say the system we are seeing say to defend the poor and sad
chief you that's no pay
yo
it be so we be abeka finally I win if you abeka let 70 mapon
yo the American chair MPP for say enyin chia kra na penkasa kwakubu on the right and your man kinkiti bi ho a na emma and you maybe to see be a sebe ye ka no kre penifo ka no kre e dey akire your friends saying your team supporters no matter ase to the bia ya na penifo no because of one more ideas be about the follow no ntino ye bibia na akire no so esa no a enye fe sesi a from na dey abai enye run by be quiet be by see be quiet me sort to Joe Honorable Joe say the problem of free independent or be join the mainstream no by for formula for munya butre party if you film more but in penifo so must always the bia na say kan kre actually one again also yes or ti baby no you should fear to be said because regional chairman or the local chairman or this now can seem be any constitution or any party constitution no sani ma sisi jaye bibie ni a sisi refer na fe ye constitution ni e di no kre e di yade no o di ye no kre ya ni pa kon tia se o lusu kra election ofi se no kre wo bibia ye hwan but se o ye kululu ana so ye bibi ene e o mafia se bibi e fel mafia no sa de ne dey under my watch no and the mesre say bi mabio sesi bibia e de no kre e de to ho e de nyamsuru
yeah that CPR no pay
yo
honorable question say J former foreign minister now gunning to become national chairman MPP in the Kasai 5 gone past 8.
Unya no wache no le chere me ko Kumasi Catering Rest House ma wo bi na nkwamu ba me ko pe ba bi on be dam o masoma jo o Kumasi Catering Rest House oh yes Kumasi Catering Rest House and ko wache ana se o masise mo ko na different level kra obeje bi se anopo no du na fufuo ene nkwa o pe di bia ye ready wo say serve continental dishes nyina bi e wo na oni grow akwasie da bia e ho na amafo ko tena edi mutuo ene tize papa bi Kumasi Catering Rest House mutuo special mutuo ene wo tize tena di eye super channel so say Kumasi Catering Rest House esan ye door to door delivery service Kumasi a o pe baby pa edi wuti ato asudwe wom na o pe duane pa edi ama ho ato de a eno ani Kumasi Catering Rest House say eni kasema wo mu ni say o ma sand laundry abeka wadwuma ho eno ti o pese o kosi uniema fabric Kumasi Catering Rest House ni etwa ni yopo ema na me nim say Kumasi Catering Rest House e wadum Kumasi High Court achi registered general department new office ni hwe ni mu ehwa Ufri Bank of Ghana usani tu ase onuma Kumasi Catering Rest House ni fra omo e was 03220 026506 ana 0555917084 Kumasi Catering Rest House yete so yedi kan ye koda dada.
Yo, guy, how's business? Me, I'm just going. No rest.
These days, we don't just drive around without a plan. You've got to work smart. You're still hopping from one app to another.
I stay fluid. Here, there. Problem?
Yeah, problem. For you. Because only drivers using Uber are paying 5% less service fee.
5% less? No way.
Ha! Uber reduced the service fees to 20% from 25%. I just cruise and earn because Uber's got me covered. Don't be all over the place. Choose Uber and do better. Register to drive with Uber, the world's leading ride-hailing service. Now with a reduced service rate of 20% instead of 25%. Earn 5% more today. Sign up now. Akoko Abon kokruko adie chibia. Ghana mai betu pon jina wo mamba pa wo jine Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne jina so da won da ye so a wodi makana mai. MPP se ye ne wo sunu kokruko a wodi ye chi asuo kam. NDC akatama so okata ne maso. CPP se ye ne nanan makoko nyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube anye na magani amagashia ni hunu amagawo ho. Ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pa bia. No siampa imukosi nankro. Akoko Abon
ye kikim. Yofi akwaba.
Yebru Kenedwe.
What is say?
Already adom na mo pai.
Ye kan Yofi ane ye kan Honorable Stephen.
Oh yes, senior man. Yes sir.
Are.
Say Yofi no nya dodo na de.
Na me kan Honorable Stephen ye boa. E de ye kan na so. Former DC Atwumampo nua. Odwa na numa so obetu. You can say, I guess Yama went to know one year in an say. Lawyer, Kwame Adolfo. Now, what to say?
Banuye.
How the course life now? That's Banuye. And just Okonomudumase.
That's right.
Konomudumase.
You go grassy school.
Okay. That's a
Banuye.
Your time now.
Oh, no.
Your time, then easy.
Zata na hard water no.
Na hard water. Oh.
Insu na uchuchi seminar ye.
It's not be after who name kola ya you go share school and no we are
don't mind them. We go send to school fees in Ghana. No mo say you kwa on there.
So Oni ahoye na also want
Aduma.
Yeah, we see.
Na also there be our best to be na wo kasanti at times wo be na kasa no. Sana boys na kana so. Lawyer for them, you talk to.
But I mean,
I was a lawyer for talk to earn a living. So
yeah,
that's
it. So 20 years into my break.
What brain lawyer did?
Is it 2002? I'm a lawyer.
Sir. Gerald Osu Akoto, we offer see or come Mana International School. Every man, mammy, any just say, mammy, say, why Gerald Osu Akoto, and there you are with a happy birthday to you. Ya men kan na abofra nyini be penimpa be bra be hwe o magana na ene obusua ena Michael Oseb Watson our friend Pope Michael have original organizer MPP and he is gunning to become national youth organizer. Pope what say
Kenya miado me hoye
na we say ti uni atade bia da bia wona ma na wo say MPP for atade ni atwo Pope he say ontare na we
Entire now, you see, entire now, you say, I can't be forced to promote party the more. And the say party colors never fair. And all the show one, and will be any G party one man and Joe home. We're white, blue, red. No, soon be baby. Anything nakono. Ken, me to be for say, so was our colors and be almost shame my mouth for say yes. Any G, I can't all party no more.
Thank you. Honorable Steve.
Yes, sir.
Comments. Discuss. Because okay, you know why when you hear no.
It's obi any ho dey nsabu ku make sure the classic kwai. Na kala we dey yen dey nka green no. What is it? Ka green ni be ka ho a. Na chiri ni be dem a what is it? Na match. Say Ghana e colors no any NDC dey no so ahwe ni ya. Kero so dey sit
This what chebe.
Enti sa pepe.
Kenwa ka tare che no. So afia ono ankasa no ebibi ntina ma no ho because our choice for blue.
Taste
for blue. Enti what you say ebibi ntina ma na put green.
Ento na e friend anoma.
Enti for ntuma anoma kala before.
Adeska won tabai.
Blue no yakitu e bi o enti for. Ela mi nua na kasa no.
But the Facebook mo.
Now
I
see. MVP Pania by Casa, Timamisha feel so right away. Now Casa Eja was here. And the other person was
not Campezo Boss Argument. Kumo Ejana so what is argument? So Kumo.
Managed a true sign.
Nippon boy in the crowd, Indian Kalankolani behind the Indian, Miami said the Babo by this race.
I am Michael Jackson.
Was there?
Michael Jackson, a boy.
David, Michael Jackson.
Now, when?
King Mamicha.
Yeah, when a boy.
Oh, Ghana for Mamu, where you are coming, Eugene Crawford.
Ah,
young guys in the boy. And you didn't mean to me.
You.
Entry. Mamincha, my party penny for His Excellency, former President John Dramani Mahama. Yeah, 2024. Yamiya Duma, no the name Quachenwa. Or before me, a hochene amania Ghana for kumne dollar fuel. Can fuel him say I for the Ghana. Pe a kind of gallon to what you know. Gallon back. Go see this and pim ahenai. Hey, your Maya Godroni. Me championing for Mechia, me constituency chairman, Chairman Haruna Salifo, or name me secretary, organizer, women organizer, and executive singing in a Machia me branch for Obianji Children Way 2024. Several Yakupotiasi and Repameba, 2 million beba, I'm yes, Ghana, I'm a Kunum Diaba. Edward,
Steve,
the Adam anymore.
Before so because last week, you were Hanamo, you can say, lawyer Evans Samankwa.
Yeah.
Was who will be the chairman? Or another reason, who say? That's not also class will be the chairman.
And a lawyer, no for Eka, who has maybe say, King. In fact, Minya Vishi, no, sir.
Lawyer, I don't know the kind of casa of L.
Minia. Unu ni edi nkomo abontia. If I bet on one
this man is a professional lawyer. He understands what we call can say privileged information.
Yes.
Thank
you very much. Minu ya medasi bebre. Bibinti. Yebeke next 4 years.
Officer na ka open.
Neka bepe regional chairman.
Regional chairman.
Na mekaze nyame mama hodina nka meba.
Bibinti.
Maso sada yen.
Bibinti. Me fa say
ya steady terrain no.
Has it got to do with omo contest no omo ye very competent omo say ye anase omo mu duche anase omo say alibi is kasam.
Ken reasons no best known to me. I think I don't want to
Pope
do be sir lawyer ne your current regional chairman omumienu nyina obia emudu obia betumi awene ba wa obetumi atoto ne yemaye ene nipa dodo na akasa no I believe say obetumi awene abano nti me wo shi onum mienu nyina well say nyame boa ba betiti say honorable bimpe kra so ye na agi so baba ya tete ne mframam so ono so beka ho dia me nipa miensa na ebeba
honorable Bimpe.
Yes.
Yao Bimpe.
Yes.
Former chairman.
Or
Saba.
Yes. With Captain sir from Nimpeyin Phobia no money medin komo. Edward. Sisi ade dey animo ye ka ho asemi aprisi for nsensem a abai update ya aprisi for the abetudwa. Ebese last week mu ho yeti say Necrophobia, omo koje bang for sika kum police ni ba ko bi ni ho ne ma na police why hwimu a achire o man crofo police for mienu na nu ya sa akoti se san crofo mienu o ma chi omo custody no omo do ma ko gira me fa se eko aro ametuo aka omo ama san crofo no mienu awu ya krata ye de anim ha se ya mienu mi se o kai krata ye a eye arehosem entiase enim na senkrofo ikra ya akromfo na omo pese ombe kwa akokire ye baabi a omo nkrofo anase omo hideout a omo kon I believe say handcuff egu onom nsa omo du eyi ho omo betimi a kire say ahase enum na ebi a omo wo na sankrofo yi ekwan bensu na tuo ka wonom ya yewura dampare omo de sakrata we abeto animu yi menye security expert but enra mitie ba ku bia na wo kasa wo afidie so obi obeti asem ni bia hu se ni bufu obi abe conclude say king omo do omo ko ho no mkokum won omo aheda do omo ko no makokum won na de ntia meto sa adwum se kumbo jana so no me madwini mu kire me say omo ye say yenko ayenko will not die alone. Ebese nipa bi hyase a omo tempted se omo bobo mu din Say nipa so masinum na bia omo fu ele me ye. Na sa na tie dia ane ne. Say unya kwan ba abonte a na oba be kasa ababo obidin. Ene ye yenye camouflage bi ne enfam nko ne enkojam kwan. Nti exactly that ene see ye. Omo mra mechirem ye nkire Ghana for. Yami anim ni we respect appreciate for ye acknowledge omo dwuma omo ye. They are professionals near na ba krata we dey anim die. Sebi all the to akwala ketu akura anim na wo kan second point nipa amachi wo mo dada ya wo custody e dey na ye ya mo do makọ am ya.
The second point for the benefit of our listeners.
Yes sir.
Say during the raid at Baltimore near Ashaman, there was an exchange of gunshots and 2 policemen numbers supplied, Constable Raindolph Jima Ansa and Corporal Stephen Kwekunyame, who had been arrested in connection with the bullion van robberies, were shot and were pronounced dead on arrival at the police hospital, where they were rushed for treatment. Some other suspects believed to have sustained gunshots would manage to escape from the scene. It's our point now.
Exactly so.
Do the back as a pemwa or much they say. The kakasapana nature say.
No,
so where puto kasa sasa ne kama o puto kasa ye puto to the back kasa ye ti asimu anazi pi kasa woze omo ko botema ai be ashaman ne hona etututu o buy exchange dey give and take we tuna we ato ena emu honom no Rain of Jimansa ene 7 kwaku nyame a na ya che wo mo e fasa bullion van robbery no hono itu ka wo na omo ye de omo ko na omo wiye
na juma
if you so a pry
chief approach for saying omo do omo sankrofo ka
I wasn't there.
Onu mu bia
you and I were not there.
Say nipa mienu e achi omo dada na
you and
ejana so kumo ne nka omo beka bibi se masa se mo che na sa na mo ye de a ene ye wo bia ye beka di e beka na yakoja omo kwai no ne madwene na meken entwa yie yewura dampale on sorry nyina na ade we dampare okay onu mumra no wo chirem ye enchega kenedo have ma me nyina omo me chirem
me no you fine eti bibia na precision dampare
da nye no
young girl be tie your friend Abrecha ma or say African child or a radio presenter on the boss album now kana okay Abra, thank you very much for this
me da bi nua ba na se eti kenedo e ade a e ya rehosem apart from the eke nyina no se wo dihye no a fine omo ya konfo court enyan kanchire say ya di na asem abua no kumfo what you say
Honorable Fuseni Donko writes in support of the award and I will say greet my brother Steve for me. Let's call a spade a spade. The suspects were just executed for cover up and that's scary. Donko Fuseni says bravo speculate and now say you know for a fact.
Na asem adanse ni hu no. Se PM odi asem na asem we no nko anipa so mesin nko ani kujira ho. Mira lawyer na timi nchen. Na adanse ni mu a. Sometimes you listen to asem na nipa na ka no. You put the question 1 or 2 bia. At least be ma clue bi amwo say asem ma me nu eken no kra na say en kontompo.
All right.
Nti e ya reho se. Na na de e ka kosi ni se. Na nka omo ma omo kwan ema nka court di on masem ema yehunu di twema ebi kran kenye omo nko a ebi aye network kese ho Ghana ha omo ye sa de
ebi na nko omo pede sa enti na omo ye hwe mu but wo ja o sisi se me u gitu na o de bebo me a me no mentwen me so me boot
na me handcuff krame ya bom insa handcuff nyeme na me ko tutu ebi kran omo tiken na omo do mani a kire sa ha na hideout nti munyese na yede no mukusi form obi a handcuff egu onum sa na ye sheda akwakoye nti ada nyame beba no we num nyina be pie amanipa ehunu but enye eni kwan se egu Ghana hofi ni kwan se sade we BCBO or police mu aha se na mde besimi nua
la yakwa me adofo
onia mamenchia obi o na menchia mchifo na minkaya de fefa masori mayema mentama mame ewuye nti bia metra ha ese me bo mo abaso brotherhood asafo magina me chia mo bia mo fiti ekopim bia mo chi bia antimage Docas captain me chia o me amini aba Julie a wotie me chia o Na King, you know, when you can't know more, because I see the Dante, and when you have some Sancho, some child with the enemy chamo. King,
this week, let me who pictures on Facebook also got your award.
We've been a Brema award and as a Mikoji award.
Why not a Brema award?
Okoji award, office now Okoji award.
Why not a
Brema award?
Why not a Brema?
You hear? Brema award. And I'm a G.
Why?
Dr. UN.
Lawyer. Oh, was it? Why not
Brema award of the office? That's it. As a G. I'm celebrating. Now, King. Say,
Brema award is a why day.
Oh, somebody a lawyer. Na me lawyer nti office wa mo bia award there coming
and also J.
Na me say King when say this year
I don't know how person would me come on so by one person ade see no etie okay we dey we dey young trust so
na o ho bia ma office wa award na onyi maza me maji and say King when say this year 20 years I'm a lawyer.
Congratulations.
20 years 2002. Enti amas ye ka criminal matters yana be very careful because my both sides my jina on the side of victims ye kuomo this year no ma kuma eti and I say jina on the side of innocent people ye di bibia to omo so it's just ye ka crime ho asema. And be careful, because so do court them hona a different ball game altogether. They say, me no you ever want to say you better do court them. There's something else. King, police for us King. Say a better court them. We sure say eventually I say do court them. And now there has to be some form of inquiry to find out exactly what happened. Police for is over your criminals. Now you shoot two or more. The first thing I mean as a lawyer would want to know, they say, bullet entire from the front or the back. That's something that we need to investigate. And they say entire from the back. Straight away, me say, somebody shot them while they were trying to run away. So what I say? Say entire from the front. We need to find out at that time, no, na handcuff guamusa. Enough for other police officers that are not leading. Where were they? At this stage, no, investigation because there are so many things that to lead us to where the clues are, whether they were killed in a crossfire or somebody deliberately killed them. And I because imagine both sides. Paint. You have to be careful in the sense that, assuming said they were killed, do we want to live in a society like that where people just get killed? They don't face the law. They are never tried. They are never convicted. And so, do we want to live in a society like that? How is that going to be different from instant killing? Is that a civilized society? Police matters here. Na manfo they are starting the politics of one. You get to say. Na mo amoka say you say. E dey ben wo. What Hello FM? Body no kra bodies no. Unya chance, only Dr. Biani nkomo. No investigation has been done. But for political reasons, they jump on the gun straight away to conclude say they were killed. But there is merit in the argument. Say the police version may be true.
But that Steve can say suspects are our police custody. You didn't call baby, and I say, you didn't call baby, someone see and I say raid or whatever. Obviously, they will be handcuffed. And be a almond crow for a baby open fire. And that's no be exchange fire. And no your possibility. Now, if that happens, it will not so can be a te or one supposedly ya handcuff woman. I wanna see
my speech to say. My brother Stephen hasn't had the benefit of all the evidence,
but he's got the mind to analyze.
But you see, you can't analyze in isolation. I see more facts. You must facts to say this is what has happened. Then you do your analysis. It's a unyanya all the facts. And because the crime scene, you haven't even visited there. Me, I was taught say anytime during a criminal case or even any matter at all, sometimes I go to the scene. Because baby I didn't see. Police normally do reconstruction of what happened. To BBC, almost the suspect in the scene and man demonstrate teacher of Mohawa or especially where the person admits guilty. Oko police station no admit says, well, in fact, through interrogation, interrogation doesn't mean that you should go and beat him up. No. Through interrogation, what make your admission? Using even psychology, they even come out with all this information. And the police do crime scene. They try to reconstruct and see what actually happened. And it's unusual, say, police body suspect scene because they need to reconstruct so that they themselves can understand what happened. And if in the time and a BBC is here, all what we need to be careful is we should not interfere with the investigation. But what we can do is to make sure that justice will be done in the end. Nemo say kase ye started say jump.
You as a reconstruction a bit my saying. Yeah, the two bases on some bullet room. Near mama demonstrating how or koko yes a reconstruction. Ne be ana in so doing no. Na oma tiny to no police for also. Na exchange of fire no. Na omo sana reconstruction. Well,
then that is you see for a police officer to say me kwa reconstruction with the two bullet a ship ma obi a we suspect. Now the police officer no wadwe na enye adwuma na. So when they make no enye likely say the police would have given them a gun.
But the police statement they said there was an exchange.
And we don't know who was firing at who. It's now there has to be a call for inquiry or inquiry. In a sense, normally, say you will be at of war, you will be a inquest. And likely said there will be either internal inquiry.
Internal say no, families of the deceased and the back call for.
Yeah, they have to. Okay, Manso, Quantasa, okay, say, and Crophobia could go mutio about 2 years ago. There was an inquiry. Even a high court judge granted a yes, inquiry. You know, recommended say into compensation my family because the police story was not plausible. Yes. So, nipa ewa a matter for the state. A buy nipa and King Tachu wouldn't be no wa out of wa a buying the shit. And you are buying what I said yes or by investigating. I'm here who said exactly what happened. And then the police for bar no become a story and then one. Because in my experience, you cannot take everything the police say as the Holy Bible. There's always a way.
Said here, which is a Stephen essay. Some questions are left unanswered.
Some people were killed.
They were killed.
I would rather say
but would you endorse an inquest?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, Ken we de medawase na dedi kan wadaroma memfa akonya we so na menchia asantemira na ote kokoso o say tutu na menchia bono ahafo aman hene ayehu na netitiru miami krom hene nana ansa eduba the second na Ken memra party leader
na ononko na bono hene
me say bono ahafo aman hene na netitiru
ahafo na bono
me pacho makabuno afobum ono de wo yamfo ahafo ono ne saye
na doma hene
ka buno ahafo aman hene
ono crowd say
me pacho say
ono so de say
ono so ye nana ajima bedu yo so we say fast abodi
mo nyina di na wo be bia dia
on say edin me ka se be ba me more than 40 yinya samre no enu ntina ma specify robbery no what are marking party leadership from national from Chairman Freddie Blay, ABC Minya Nanabi, any Nasara so nam the about regional Ashanti regional executives. Bono have regional executives. Eko youth organizers. You see, I know Minya me and send their friends say Omuti me, sending messages. Youth organizer Tadios. our youth organizer Kwame Asamoah and a CID and ran a birthday into the Memphis Akunya with commemoration of belated birthday. Ken MC Bako so DC Bako Remshia no Sememfa in Kramau. Okay. Ira Dambuchi ni DC your friend Nanado. Or Sememfa in Kramau Chalpa. Na Memphis Akunya with Soncha MPC na. Again, my birthday wish be me ba otosmiru and then birthday. Your friend Yami Asida or say boating. To be the we are my celebration birthday so mammy. Unya protozoa so
say pacho anope uni fika. Yem twice.
Remember how they no so.
Protozoa why there?
Protozoa. Can we be the Hong Kong? Proto Michao. Ken about William Van robbery police for the home in some abit today. Ken wadaroma. Echna any woman prepare pa am robbers. Ekoche me wo. Bole bamboy kwan so. Na Ken say unya say experience in be that you can't robbery case any police for amfama omo eye in order to protect the citizenry from robberies. Uhuda. Me fasa akunya we so achia bole bamboy district police commander. Because said ye yensem ni si any do si echi etina ho psyche app my escort me de call ye no Ken wadaroma ebi mu yade especially police for no o me yade papa Ken issues is said yes ikon o he said o mo kana
now a person lawyer ba na me the way kan ho na o ti ase honorable for say the doctor comes again or say lawyer got it wrong. Boteman was not the crime scene, please. It was their hideout, so there was no need for demonstration. I never knew this man has got expertise in police and crime scene these things, but we take them on board. Trust.
Waka me right to respond.
Baby, some kind. Also, what kind of also no action?
And I just say what who say there's a need for me to hear it. Yeah. Then you should give me a right to respond.
I reserve the right.
Thank you. Keep it.
To invite you in. It's chief
on our platform also. Ken wadaroma police for no a woman say same SC with the killings of 2 people and now you find some suspect or more boy I'm share in same but no intimi ni juma through any juma pa police for no edi ema o my Ghana. Ken for some time now police for no inhumanu tim say am keka bem papa robbery incidents see here no memu say sa we mu kompo mutimi chi wo mo no ama am robbers no say o ma dwen say o msa be kokwan so bi ma mimbi gigi say ise o ma bebu. Apart from this there enyema bebre.
King, are we talking about a robbery scene or the fact that 2 people have been killed? There are 2 different things. Because then you know view about the police.
Yeah, can't police statement on the buy. But let me say, Stephen has succeeded to mislead all of you.
Yes.
Or what can I say? And my mom was more choose a move to along the line. But mean to me, and some say today try. So no statement being that then news. So kind statement now. A shall say my you who say nipa boni phobic ko attack bullion van bia ema police ni ehwe ne nkwa enumu na yete se omo ko hideout baby microphone wo Boteman omo de jima ansa ene kwakunya me ko ya ejuju no ba ho no mo enom che so omo hwehwem ba ye nyina in the background of this ntino
Ken we na me fasa akonya nso mpo omutimi ko che police for omo ekodi robbery anim because Eden say an institution na wunua wo na wunua na kodi bone na obeyi wanim akwachi wunua no say wo ka me ho de ba wo kodi bone no ma chew am obi an say wo ka me ho no wakodi bone no because obi wo anko be hwe say se me kwachi na me gu police institution anim ase ntinka yen shield no but police impanyimfo anyesa omo de bibia to ho esi omo bo akwachi omo ankrofo hono na among for person police side me the media kind the make and say ye mo ma ba so say sa de mpo omutimi ye Ken yen ko omu kun ye no ana say omo mu ye no Ken wadaroma lawyer can say me brave efa ho. Yes, omochi wo mu no within investigational period na investigation na ma omo de omo call ho say yen kwhwe baby am say omo ye hideout no ne yen kwachi omo. Ken on say hideout so there criminal hideout suspected. Omo call ye no it means omo so abo omo no mote ho. It may be some do ho no omo so ammunition say gu ho no na so omo so dey protect omo ho from being arrested. The me can or sergeant say wo mu ye no enya asempa. Amwa police investigation. Because he said ebi mpo anke kojina court kompa enke timi twitwa jom say enye omo said the police one time because they were still suspects. And amwa ebusuana amwa Ghana. But esiewi abe coincident. Na the year two police one for
enipa life yaws esiewi.
And you say, well, yentimi mfa dem back.
No, but they said the last Steve we can say it will no say question marks woman say yetimi unravel. Because say even if it is established, say omukra enekum sa police ni na. Necessary almost square almost fast who you know.
And you're right.
Say and you're right. So 18 Stephen raise our questions now. It may be with tia pedal no more than you would expect, but then and I think me what
as you know the tia go
I say
okay never represent NDC
now NDC position is NDC position
the loophole biawa e was the PM ni pa who the cause na ne ye wa tell the aban no to be a say oye indeed o ma se mo kan ye nyina on say at the tail end no or the besto so say the me kan ye no and twa yeso omukum nipa mienu no because court say e pese e bekum won a Ghana say emra na makwa miekum nipa obi di bone bro so a emra na makwa miekum
king but say the menu esi kan omukum won no
say that
is as if say there is a finding said they were killed.
No ye wo no wo na wo ti ase sa but me pese me busa o did they die or were they killed?
Well, they were killed. But who killed?
Sana all kind.
We don't know.
Sana all kind. Sana they were. They did not die just like that. They were killed.
They were killed.
Police. But the question is, were they killed by the police?
Yes.
Or somebody else killed them?
Exchange of fire between Omo and police. And Omo.
Two no police. Criminals now omo call on the police went with these suspects, two suspects. Omo no le call.
And
police no
the say there was an exchange of gunfire.
Yes.
Intino omo hono.
Yes.
And exchange here but omo no there. Omo exchange fire no. Omo ngu. Omo ye do omo a crime scene no under arrest no anywhere.
Ken uridi script article na that's a press release na e bi mo enya injuries what na o she fa criminals e du ho no me say me na be criminal na
almost say right out no
me na me criminal
first report na buy almost some say no music throw we no press release we
me second one we are
before seeing free am go
Ken me say we don't know about me politics everywhere mo na ya kan as say
no
on
politics man
say those guys on behalf because of NDC
but also because of MP
but me can in the perspective of the ordinary Ghanaian and yet from
in the perspective of the ordinary Ghanaian is that police for HSA omoko a raid e oboteman ho omko ye tututu ba ho etutu na ba ho no etuo kan nipa mienu a na omabo omudin dada no who's the first press statement be by first one by na yes yati sankofo we na nhwemu e koso and the second one ni by ye tese sankofo mienu a yati wo no ye do omko raid no said whatever and etutu ko ho and na omumienu na ewu eno na Steve e feel say efri ensu ase but anwea wo say yete ha sisi ye nine two atoto from all angles etu no anka obia ama na ngu say Steve on the fringe ni bae ye ti kumasi ade obia ngu all bangs Eti Steve.
Ken, they can know.
I was a mechanic.
Thank you very much. But it's missing. A bit messy, so now Bibia any asie.
And a bit messy.
A bit messy, so now be a wasie.
Okay.
And one thing that Ubia walking be asking, no young commission, yempe inquiry be near and found. So we have to commission a team your best inquiries. Because say nipple enquire ashri and quan dear, or say your code detail. But and also no year aje my pa police no na fa. Say Ubia obeka be arguing say. Because say police want to do one call holding no, a buapa ye be no media mako apukum. Ken, so the police want to be a din komo be bra. What you say bit my a buapa ye? E be ni saying police want be brace ye chiam robbers near do mo call quarter. Oh, wana ejino. Inti police ni be me konya attack you, robbery attack you, or bet na me came. Or say at times all the robbers no kwa. Within 2 weeks no say omonam. A chrome no more say yibim. It will do the social media is better so be cool. And yam rapine so. But I jauna a woody mono. It be my BBC 8 missy. Ye first akonya way so at to police for no for where say minim say to me to omofo a to omofo say. Say ya wo police ni musa. Ye hwe kwan e be boa oman no ba enya wo emotions a wo de ko adwumani. Say eba se bibi o ma me de be hyese sa bibi ni nti e de ma omo nso e do man protect omo ye omo do mo koe but me de me nim say bibia eni ase e bi de me ka che
wo gidi say bibia eni ase na wo nim say
me gidi
wo se wo nim say
me say me gidi
na wo ka say wo nim
sa e na ka fa ma region me gidi bi o me gidi nim de me nim omo nsem ni wo bebre but a futu a yesad be ma say se mo the suspect ko sex scene na yesre mo protect suspect no like diamond na ye dia bam custody se mo di mo bibia bom ho ban every say suspect no e bi o makọ mo first gangi e bia there are other gangs enke bitimi aboa ame to robbery ase every Ghana pra but se ya hwe suspect ma se nya biemu but the oma ya hwe o mo na adwene wo mutrim no enye oma amanya o mo no the same adwene wo mutrim. It's a futu near the Bema Ghana police. Omo ya de. Ye bo ma baso. But from so kitinkiti we ba eya na ebe kata omo enyema bebre na oma ye no so ema amanfo timi kan sema ni kwa so omo kan etre omo. Because se mo mu ni ho a ye ni ho. Se me mada na jo duba ko ni dumi no. Police for the bomb ho ban. From robbery. Police for the bomb ho ban from killers. Ana nipa bone for. Enti se ba na se bibi sei e ba na ama ebi mo nso adwen a omo dwen no e ya ye bibris na police nya obo me ho ban no se mpo wa be che me se me suspect na me boa na me ya ye betimi akumia na so ho eti se omo eju bibi sei a suspect na ye omo protect omo yi se de be ya da chi bi so bi kompo e ko ma ko boa omo aba omo investigation na oni ba kwa dwen be na kan wa boa omo
ba wonim se omo anshada
me say Oma Shada.
Also as I repeat.
Oh, now to mommy.
What to money? What to do?
Wait, some is lawyer from Ifi.
Oh, had you yummy. Mama Sacha.
Okay, you see, Sasabuino.
Yes,
here pass it. You know, I can't want him. But I say careful not to run down the place. Because if you be as a man, same woman. Unya institution be perfect.
That's right.
Trust me. Say, yes, sir, you can want some. Yes, the public. Innocent person they will say. And we don't know whether the person was guilty until said in the court. And at this stage, let's say presumption of you're innocent. It is you're innocent, let's say they've been killed in circumstances that all of us I find difficult to understand. And I say, if you say it makes no sense, there has to be an inquiry. So what is the mechanism? And to the point they say, but having said that, we have to also be careful not to run down the institution of the place. Because you say, we know me no hand say, Ushimisuma, okay, so holding. Ushimisuma, I want to make you.
But said they say
yes, police.
They are duty bound police for
and I
to protect us. And also so interested say, oh my idea, no will be ma on can because
no.
Emotions.
King, I agree.
As we have emotions.
King, I agree. Well, we say no institution is beyond criticism. I agree. But this all running system down.
But is anybody running them down?
Of course.
Who is running them down?
Asana ne yɛ kan nyinaa me wie bi submission no. Me ka kyerɛ yɛ Adam Pare sɛ on sorry. Na yɛn nyinaa yɛnyɛ hwehwɛmu ne yɛnhwɛ kwan kora fa so a sɛ nipa mmienu yi ayɛ den ayɛ. Ɛno mu na me de ma yi hyɛ so deɛ. Me deɛ me se ma adwene kyerɛ me sɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ no bɛɛ sɛ ɔmo bobɔ mpanyinfo bi a ɔmo hyɛ ase di. Ɛno nti saa na ɛteɛ deɛ aneɛ sɛ wokɔ na ɔbaa na ɔbɛkasa. Wankasa bi wa na kyerɛ sɛ asɛm no to atwa. Ɛno na ebi ama bibi sɛ sie because
okay Steve ebi say it doesn't make sense obi say yɛn hyɛ ase krampo na yɛn hwehwɛ mu kwan a yɛfa so fa yɛ police for and one more time frame from 2017 to this time. Yɛhwehwɛ kwan a yɛfa so fa police for. Saa no my time frame.
Kinu kɔ fa asɛm aba o. Kinu no kɔ fa asɛm aba o. Free 2017 bɛpem ne kwan yɛfa so fa police for.
Adwene bɛn na wɔ sɛ nipa ne tim.
Adwene wɔ ne tim ne sɛ me ka ho bi. Yɛde politics ne yɛyɛ. Na politics nipa baako nyɛ. Sɛ lawyer wɔ ha yi na lawyer ɛde ne nkwato hɔ ma me. Ejina ɛyɛ bibia ma me. Na me ba power. Na lawyer de ne ba sɛ katachie akora we papa say SS or requirement ni nyina yɛfa police for. Na me ma final authority a ɛyɛ nipa. Ɛyɛ den a protocol bi yɛ den ɛkɔ so. Ɛhɔ na nipa ne de na adwene ɛkyerɛ no. Party for na yɛdo ɔmo yɛ vigilante ne nneɛma no. Ken, it is clear. Wobɛkɔm no ɔmo wɔm. Wɔn so yɛn no ɔmo na te society nim yɛn ni most of them records. What I say? Nti sani mani nyinaa ɛka ho bi ɛna ɛma saa adeɛ bɛkyɛ police for akɔyɛ sei adeɛ bɛkyɛ ka police no ɛyɛ very noble ɛyɛ a ne yɛn tete saa nneɛma wei brebi a atwam. Nti mi nua na ɔka saa asɛm no hɔ na ɔde n'adwene no yɛ dɛ ɛkɔ sɛ recruitment na yɛ a ɔmo yɛ no ɛyɛ a ɔmo scrutinize nkɔlaa no yie na yɛn hwɛ
protocol and started 20.
Oh, some me can say me so me a politician. You know,
but other na one can say
but time I hold the man, no. Say from 2017 to this time round. Yeah, and one man time frame. And this time frame, no. I want some like in Mede, Mecca. The matter what did I say?
Time with you
say what about 2013 to 2016? I would have told you the Ebia AC at the time. But one man time frame there, I say. While restricting me, say MPP for Mamui, any police or more fan. Collading constable, Lines Copra. One more time, why I'm found Areho King. Areho. It's recruitment, no more, yeah, I am moving
and yet recruitment, police recruitment, any military, mechanical forces recruitment, Yana politicians, Edo Monsa, in Romani, dear, no cray, Ewoho. A idea, Ewoho. From 92, maybe Judicial started party politics, meaning say ewo. But there you say, you can police there, you police, military, so politicians na the inipako military so. Na sa de kusi ana. Yemfa sa konya we, emfa ento inseniani. Na yemfa se adentina, omoko police a, omotimbe se, omoko military, omotimbe sa anima. Na yema police for no one say ebia nyeme bi also omo ye within recruitment and after recruitment ebia omo ye yetimi de ye politician NDC NPP yetimi de say boys here bi kum but omo free military ni ba you see said they are too refined so omo be ye nyema boni bi but omo ba police mu a na abe bibi wo ho me pa cho wadaroma ke don say honorable kansim bi NBG2 say obi aboa wo Mr. Wadaroma me boa mo aweni edu ho ame so me ba onya konya bi a fa me ba zuko police mame ontimi entwena no mofo because edu also kwesera IGP no ma ba ko bi a we a politician wa kwesere we de woni munyam ne opposition ti o ma ba ko
na me pese mbusa wo edie enti na sa nkomo ya ba because police fu bi esusu so ma akoye se enti ana na se eye sa nsoso a wo mo de na kire se sa nkonfu yi wo mo ye recruit wo mo by protocol.
And also, and it's a good question. Because it say no sound for no, minim edin eda almost say NDC ne dom kwa na NPP ne dom kwa but ye ka we ama oma dwen say omu na ye protocol from politicians na mo hu say even say protocol from politician na or say police ni no an investigation mu say akwa we okuta suban pa obetimi ni aye adwuma anase okuta suban pa obetimi ni aye adwuma enti yi na to nchen anase ye mfa ne nko say protocol no ntia si protocol o de ko no ba kon qualify ontimi enforce say chenchena mo mfa ne nshim dabi but ye aye nso ne say ye nipa yegu he nan ebia odnam no wadwen say ntrim kan but odi no koshema adwuma obeye no ebia na nye kan na wo dwene ma no ebiem yenim say ebi mo nso ye o madwen say chenchena mbeko police na omo de aboa omo nsem hunu a omo di sabi omo nsem hunu omo di bit say robbery because ohwe boy ba ko animu a ujim say ono de ono no ade no oye kompa say obi rap police ni mo madwen mu you to me say when you now we are then crossing obi rap police and from the way things are going
and every obi animo to me say boni wuti
ken ejura bi a nyeme bi wo ho a wotimi hu kakra lawyer say come on grobu de nya sanity
eba asema baby a oka baby a na me no ya adwene say ebinom susu say ye wa adwuma bi wo ho a uremu ese at all cost ugo is keni na num obi ncha kra ahaye awo se dia na ema no eton ade wo kwan no ho saa ne ade se wo fie garage ha je se bi a wo cross say ne duru ha ne mana police for me enu bi ba ku dimrika no wa be gina me ka enim ade na ma cross ade no wachi me nam so me nim penufrata that day na honorable so ampo from aba ha nam so me me kasa me ko fase ya ba bi a driver for ne ade ade ti se me fase machu gina ho ukwa we chase you let me gina ho train a penny no buy a penny no buy penny buy na the supposedly penny no abetra kaneti ba kono so what nam se dabi yemko ye na afi ye kokodu ho no ma na penny phone ba ku bisa na say ye friend say ya why lance corporal de o he fa visibility listen na ahai atuboto mfo ye ne just chaos and lawlessness all over the place we jani na oba betika no aba beji penny e no so pacho we dey allow it said the pope can so ka ho e bi no for say what be the police there the only thing is say we say what tika na akoko ji nisika obi no obi kokra no oyi nani obi to obi botum no oyi nani obi rob obi no oyi nani just arrest car and I think I am with you on that score
back
chief
who can say you are with him now person what you say or make a comment to be say
because but that attitude say my baby police 1807
okay we see Kate you what's your I can't say you are I can't say that's a go okaro movie ati okay and they say and this is very important see kase police for mienu bi akodi bone enye investigation bi ehun says omo protocol list as you conclude say enuntina police in abesa no there's something wrong with our intellectual reasoning me dey na me dwunu ho amentiasi yenya analysis bia
nti o ma ye from 2017 to now
enti omo na yes ade I mean what is the evidence hwe uni am me case ntro ye lawyers this is the problem we have. We are supposed to be noble. But we have been conduct far. We visit school to and so what did they make an answer? Every institution you will be
you cook spoon.
Yes.
You will lie.
Every institution should be able to deal with them when they arise. It's a policy, no more protocol list or fine. But once you are in and you turn out to be a rogue, whether you came by protocol or any other way, the police must deal with you.
Thank you.
Namuja is our politicization of everything. I've been very maybe crowd. Who police in the crowd? Who can say? But your police, meet when your NDC police are that. And I meet when you this is the silliness of our reasoning.
Okay, lawyer Kwame Adolfo, NIT in Kano, or your legal practitioner, private one, if you come say. Now, omo a tier piece, na technical challenge kakra Abon. light no bone ni omo ye movement. Yes, right. So I cry now so follow program now. O type HELLO101.5 FM. Ubenyai na inyina ye din komo. Mami enka few text messages. Nana Hesi Ojuri. First of all, Stephen began by saying that JM is coming to reduce fuel. Tell him that we have not forgotten 2008. Quote, we will reduce fuel drastically by John Mahama. His record is black and white. Okay, why are people asking why the robbers were killed has become an issue? Somebody's son was killed for Christ's sake. If it were them, then I say, you are not making a point. Somebody has killed, and we must know how they killed that person, and if there is anybody behind or something. Killing that somebody doesn't solve the puzzle. Anyway, now sometimes I'm UK. There's a China in the birthday. I'm wondering whether he has one.
Your program be honti, be say.
I'll say tomorrow is my birthday. Fufu a ton kusia breme.
Who UK?
Champagne, honorable, fire. I need
more for champagne.
Okay, now let's talk about this deputy speaker can vote conversation. Pope,
Ken.
Before then, Sir John Awenya baby konemba. Ebine Eva Ivy Kweku ene yawo omo nyina ase omo maame na ase omo nuaba Miss Akosia free o Accra ene eya Akosia free wa oda nti nuanom Eva Ivy ene Kweku ena yawo omo so omo happy birthday ye hwesa court ruling we say President Mahama Kasa Matikrampo say one member of parliament say speaker na can say court ruling but omo hwe the obeba chamber ho ababeka so obema deputy chief deputy speaker avotu em say Clement Park and the cancer also we wait to see who will enter the chamber of parliament to enforce Supreme Court ruling right honorable Benzo Akasa President Akasa Pope Kasa
Ken se men kasa ntime so make bia fa. Ken san sem wi na ye kan Supreme Court judgment awodi abayi. Ye be obi bisa se ana efrihen eba ne sen enema obi ekọ Supreme Court o sa sem wi hu. Ken de ba ye na wo Parliament. Tama Finance Minister the budget 2022 budget ekọ Parliament say okoji approval. Ekọ ya hu sem si ye say afide majority boycott Parliament the next day. Omo baye no omo so abenolify adia minority no ejitum no majority ba ma benolify intina ema amanfo bisa se na sa time majority baye na speaker no eka quorum no ho ana wonka quorum ho oto abani bi enema omutimide sa majority nwe ne ya na se want to be ehun sem ekoye bibri and o share ya professor Bako wono no hu ni se emremu ochemra law school Ghana law school na opese ode ye sunsanso ana se suahunu ema ne nkra na ochero ma de nti no hu ni se ade no ehia nchechemu nti wode kodan Supreme Court enipa de friend Justice Abdullahi mpacho ye professor kan wana doctor Justice Abdullahi and wode kodan court no wode kodan court se court enchechemu say first deputy speaker say wo chair e wo parliament o hu kwan say oto aba ana say oni hu kwan say oto aba and o share the Supreme Court no edibaya a chema mo bi ehu say de na ye ya nya lawyer for ye ti ho a ye dwen no sa pepepe e na emra no so e kire it means say ya ye emra no ama ye dada sitina ene empanyifo nyansa o modi ebu ye epagya ye kru no Ken en say me omoka sa asem we no mde emra ekoti standing orders ekoti constitution na no na me hu ne say me amenye lawyer ndie e ya de ketu abi ba mi Kenya it's now compound house kakra no say ma me panyin bi wo ho na say ohun said na na mu na mo hye na se na ono aduane e mamoa wo no nua no bedi aduane na mo di mu before say mo bedi no mu yi nam no gu aditire so na mu wi a ma kye nam no mo kya wa wo kye no di bi nti wo kya wo
ye no nye de asem tete na na
kentete asem but me de ya ma na bisi parliament
ene de nkora na o ma ba obi adidi bu bo mo
by tete no you say no tete fo no na e kasa asi
ana kwa we boa
Omo who here?
wa wo kye wo na otu last
wo na otu last that say so na ba kasa wa
but go to me
ubetu
what's it go to last but go to me ani there definitely
Now, so we walk car. What kind of can you know here or how? Share
but what you go new ada
Aye.
see what you go new ada
No, better what to go. And then go
new etwamu
so we make can be brave ehu oh em the so no say wa wo che no na otu last but ento question am che no ho aye mo bi fra bonten be che obi o wani aduane bi be che so ono no be che a ono no ntu bi o ba mo a mo ko ho no mo na mo ye dey wo ye made DC Parliament pepepe yes say no constituency bia amfa ni nipa mra parliament na ye mfa ne say be che eniema wo parliament but say de be ya constituency nti enkofo bi mfiri abonten a wonye MP emra emeche mayen enti so ono no chede a wo cha ontu bi o ba ya ye ho no ye den ye won kwai situ na oni ho a ye nyi mu baako ma ne nkoche enti se ono na ye yi no efre mu a wo koche no ono no e na wo se otu last eno nche se ontu bi bo betu last enti na me nwanwa se omo ka se nke se ye che electricity e de akọ constituencies a e wo Ghana na se eye Honorable Wise na eche nko ade a ontimi ntubi na me pacha yesa minyan mo be kwai a omo soma ne se onkonkoje electricity mre omo no omo koya no mo bai it means say also omo sunya omo de nti also to be in the normal sense o call down pa me mu se na tie eti omo e sha se omo ko ho no na me imagine na ni se eye de den ya se kodu court kese mu a ebeba no na eye se also no so e ka ho en nokre adedi ni se court kesi a oka eye final o cheche ye mremu ema evening sema oka no itimbe ye mra no e kire se main speaker ni ho na deputy speaker we MP e kire a wo ho kwan se ono so eto aba na che se no court no e dia bayi de en sa court no so kasa emre bi wo ba bia yedin enti se eye standing order se ye NDC mrawo se ye NPP mrawo sa mra ni na no edin buni mu ase ema the Supreme Court judgment and verdict enti ken dia bayi eye asempa ema ye constitution eye asempa ma ye country yewum eye asempa ma bekwaifo ene fominafo eye asempa ma bekwaifo enyan mo bekwai ene enyan mo fomina because omo first deputy second deputy enti say yes there it means say ye chade o parliament a omo so speakers nso omo na echa omo timi dibi ebre omo omo so edi ye omo ekuro no eyi
okay
etiken e asempa mai
Steve any lawyer but when the person take the bite first lawyer when
Mr. Steven Kasa.
the person will kasa
Okay.
Steve that your favorite boy
That's the
King, what's the Kasa dia? Mame stati na me inka say. Sa judgment before Friday no. Before enranajo. Na nipa bi ready hu nkomo. Because nipa bi even among my friends lawyers no. Ready hu nkomo. And he say, nipa bi enti ase.
Not lawyer not before then. Wait a minute before then. Not lawyers na mo di nkomo. Na mo poster na et say na
ebinom attitude say the judgment is wrong. Ebinom's attitude say the judgment is correct. Now after this release, Uji, after the judgment or the ruling now about out, I want to see what they will say this week. Because all kind ruling now, it's a different ball game. You see, say most of us got it so wrong, and it's okay because we call law school. Say it's okay to think different. Even when mefuaso, I hope mefuaso nyeduma. So what does it? Okay, obi kana just so mefuaso no for the nyeduma. What's one you need to say? So what did they make an answer?
I say yes, yeah, you revina. Over the casa as on Shobamenka. Is ya heavy?
Yeah, mefuaso that.
Oh, he will be a casa was there was supposed to come mefuaso. David, I say me see na your two man, your two sempamano. No can adjune. I feel hey, that's what we can do. I feel what you have a question. I was out with Yamani. Say what can before no crana. What when Yaman won't change your basis. Yeah, the Seattle won't 8.
King, and I say, yeah, watch it the space, the media space this week. Yeah, say, sir, commentary now you making last week. Yeah, because of the commentary. Because when yeah, sir ruling
ruling. Which portion in the ruling?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mamenda or anybody down so as I brave certified true copy. I will be that no. I brave be. They me here party I confirm.
Guys, why elite?
I go brave. But or anybody down so. Okay.
King, and they say the two main contention that were Parliament. And they say one, almost see. So to speaker chair no so. Mount Waba. Full stop. The course de yo nyina no. The who bought the tougher. Was this one to speaker chair no so. Mount Waba. Almost from this almost more standing orders. I order 109. There be standing orders. Yes. Now and also almost extract from the constitution 102 and 104. This is what was happening.
Quorum in Parliament.
Now to say, you remember Susan here? But who's what you constitution? How about the castle? What argument he? I'll be making. Yesterday, na so I did it, sir. But what rule? No one be on your binka. What kind of ruling now? That's what you say. And they say, one ruling is say, Supreme Court, no. In fact, my men come back. I'm not to baby. And no obedi abase. Chechadi mu mai. 102 article 102.
Still obsitias.
Any article 104. Cheche mu mai.
Simu. Ene oya me darling boy. Oya ye be ye the. Enti de mauni akasa.
Aha. Supreme Court to pay. And the war sa mandate. Otimi cheche constitution. It is a more court not
including standing orders.
Oh, just any other law below your constitution.
Maybe
so what I say,
because almost standing orders they exclusively theirs. They are own all the Tina person. Maybe second more can say I am leading you.
I will lead me.
Me lead you.
Who lead me?
Your father say
I will lead me. Good, so lead me. Who's my crosses? I'm in Crawford. Two crosses. I do it every day. We say, hey, we could jump box. We do cocoa number for trouble. We say, team with jump box movie. I will be across the Samene. Oh, I got ya. Are you comfortable, sir? But I say,
team Quakusia said you are that comedy as some of the na manyawa yo say
that na me compensation. Na me compensation. King, and the bar before the Supreme Court say, must say, mo ntibo ho ase. Until Supreme Court in Chemo, Article 102, any Article 104. And the Supreme Court, ruling on the Abon, 29 pages. And this week, we are sure say the debate will change. Once you got the opportunity to read, no debate in Bessisa. 102, no, eka quorum, general quorum. Say Parliament be stati aye juma. The person no mu hia wo ho. Answer no matimi a start business. Supreme Court say, quorum no, under Article 102, no, a kasi sudria say, apart from the person presiding, was it apart from the person presiding, you need at least 1/3 of the house. So, but Supreme Court say, who's under 1041 now? It doesn't talk about apart from the person presiding. No, was it the moment there's one area say apart from the person residing, the other side no.
Thank you. What's that is a holiday? You don't. No. We are not talking about quorum. Remember Tobo, you quorum and you voting. 102 near quorum. And a 104 a voting. It is a quorum, no. We don't have numbers now. Only 1/3. But as you vote there, you hear at least half different people. When you 1/3, Bonsuano, which you mumiensa. And now say, oh, I have 2 badadia. I say at least half.
Oh, Steve, that's all we are now about. It's not okay.
Apart from presiding, no, that sentence, no, that you're saying, apart from presiding, you know, kind, you know.
What's apart from the person?
I'm sorry, what you said better. It's over country.
Sir, 102 now, okay, you know. A quorum of the Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament. That means, say 1/3 ne can nipa ba akwa. Ye kasa 1/3 na yin kan presiding now. Nipa na presiding no.
Nipa na otie
adwamu no presiding at the time no. On kan 1/3 no. Okay. Apart from nipa I was seeing 1/3 of the house.
Okay.
That means 1/3 plus the person presiding, no, and a starting a forming quorum. Naming Tiasi, no.
Okay.
Lawyer Kayen.
Point noted.
Very good.
Now, King. One I can no Buzana say. Manin Kai Sebastian Betua Bazua. One can say how no apart from presiding no one as you.
Also come from
so and they say no apart from the person presiding anyhow. Meaning say, what kind ruling now? What say? It means say the person presiding may not be the speaker himself, but somebody who is holding forth for the speaker. It's a bit say, speaker no baby. It's a member of Parliament to be na better than a so. It's a part of Saturday. Then this will lose because I don't know. I didn't do man over someone man speaker. So what did they make us see? I want to engage you. The microgram, I want to concede. Say, me, after reading the ruling, it's so clear. Say, this week, I can't see the debate going like we went last week. Because the Supreme Court has, you see, the whole week, I'm on for, yeah. But when you're ruling, it cannot, 29 pages. It's so clear. One, what's it? The reason why there's a difference between quorum, I hear 1/3, no. Any the voting they say major decisions about the country no I see at least half of the people there to vote, but said to do ordinary business there they don't need half 1/3, and even that 1/3 that person presiding is not even counted as well. And they are so simple. Now what's that church say obi deputy speaker when you're representative of the house already. It is a say once our batna akunyanum kekeniti. That is wa forfeiting the vote. It even say in this case, no, Omoka member of Parliament for Bekwai. It means say and they say Omoka so metra akunya obaka so ntra. Because we saw or to aba. So what did they make an see? So the mic na me engage no who so no concede. Me after reading the ruling no I know say this week some people will concede. And to be person
Dr. Clementa Park say omunim na oba no kaso obaba betwaba as deputy speaker presiding na obetwa me that was dangerous.
What will happen this week after reading this ruling? His lawyers will advise him say it's so wrong because we can't rule him. I'm so absolutely convinced that the judgment was correct. In a sense that, look, Supreme Court is not above criticism. But you have to criticize the judgment. You don't just go after the court. But you have to say, this judgment is wrong. Because of A, B, C, P. Now, this week, I'm daring people who think they know to come and criticize this judgment and tell me why they think it's wrong. I'm daring them. All this noise It's not. We've gone past the noise. Now.
Okay, now you heard the peniophobia can. Me do adwin what's the speaker bag when I can?
Mini abiti eri nyina.
What's the president mama can? Yes, please.
Speaker Bagbin. Was it? This trend of unanimity is disturbing. The judgment is an endorsement of the e-levy. But you have to give him the benefits. That's no yet. This now.
But when the catcher says, what kind of very convinced?
Well, he's a lawyer. He has to be. Otherwise, he has to give us an alternative interpretation as to why he thinks the Supreme Court got it wrong. So what did I say? It's not enough to criticize the court without actually analyzing their judgment or their ruling and telling us why you think they're wrong. And Tufi said, this week, you want to come and maintain your posture for last week. Come and just discuss the ruling. Right. Tell us why you think the ruling is wrong. That's what Rebecca
Me too.
And yes, Adia, then you are just making commentary like serial callers. And you don't want a member of parliament behaving like a serial caller.
Pope, I'm saying now, person.
Let me say the Honorable Speaker Kayano Ena Eyemina Kaka will say this ruling is an endorsement of e-levy.
Yes.
But yet na ha ena asin not MP no. Yes, I call Supreme Court but there some no kan. Omo ka che say yan seven you know kwan say den you difficult. The pacho ama. It ono so an endorsement to disapprove e-levy ana. What say eba say ya and I know say judges na it's not assassin but ka we are. Eyana omo me politicizing ma Supreme Court decision.
Unanimous decision na. E kofonya problem one. How say Adentina say Adentina obi esusu say obi decent on asama eye clear because say yes 7 teach there try obi indecent and abra omo nyina nim say the name of the game is evidence no be so eti ye nyina ye nim say ade we say ana me who say Steve we Calabe right who is Steve we Calabe lawyer say
it looks like white.
Also Calabe
white.
So who says it looks like white.
So eventually
so it means that maybe some admit to say white.
Are you dissenting or you are
no? I'm just being mischievous.
You are being mischievous.
So what I say?
But eventually say yeah, you know who said you are white. What prevents us from saying a white? It is a 7% busa. Steve, so now I'm with you. The facts, but for say you don't want to start here, we say on social media, say this a young profile say I can't say unanimous.
As usual.
Is it not an indictment on the Supreme Court? I don't think this will be decent. Abraham will say black and white.
You be funny, sir. You be funny, sir. Unanimous, no. What? Unanimous decision, no.
Lawyer. The other time I'm about the chambers. No, when you're home, me ko tena be the train and the office ne ho. I have my office ne. More hey. The edu so na me so the mic.
Very good.
Into the catch no.
Ken, me da see baby. Lawyer. The American is say they entitled to unruling ni on the beba. And na omo na tumi no nyina ye de ama on per the same constitution aye ka ho asem. Say a bad interpretation of any article in the constitution. They have to do that, and for that matter, I salute.
So
them.
why are people? Why are people trolling them?
Wadaroma. Every article in the constitution has a spirit behind the entire. This provision here. About lawyer me what? Say exact word in the museum. The spirit behind that provision. The framers of this constitution, 1992, the Article 2. It is clearly stated.
Say,
apart from the presiding, can Article 2, I say clear say, you perceive for me koroma. Say number no, and so paper presiding officer need to me and kahoma and so. I just said 1/3 no, eba. And Article 104 no. Oh, I found space here, I'm a lawyer. Na pacho kama. I 204. Pacho.
What's been coming?
Kai.
What's been coming? What's it?
Now lawyer was space way.
Maybe you space.
Who is space in
I'm
car?
ready for driving.
Nyame madoso.
We are the
Who the driver?
midi drive.
Yeah, the kind.
104.
I take a 104 no. Me enough a lawyer. I mean, was it voting in Parliament, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution? Matters in Parliament.
Pacho lawyer, Pacho to was start kind of say every step on the way.
On one chip.
On our team.
Thank you.
Do baby a be person make him na hon le make him.
Oh, but me person tie phone ti no.
Me nyem renim ni.
That what
I cannot.
Okay. I said so pretty bro. No be chim.
Me no na ka say what ka say maka cho say hon I don't want to go there. Baby a me interest.
I baby you there.
Ma asem na me person make am.
Okay. Baby I
say one person obe boy o ho dia. Do baby a me so me de be ba na me ba. Boss yanko.
Was it except as otherwise provided in this Constitution? Matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all the members of Parliament present. The Speaker shall have neither an original nor casting vote.
The Speaker. And yet the Speaker. The Speaker.
Yes.
Yeah, what tie be mu a. Oh, di asem. Please read it again. Shall.
The Speaker shall have neither an original
nor casting vote.
Do you point to say?
What do you say? It is a what say ko dwanim say wo na wo tutu niema na. And yen so nim say yen your Parliament has always Speaker na nkasa no enye mra shebedwani. O de ase. Onim say o onye mra shebedwani a o casting votes. Deputy speakers no and wo sa vote no. Indeed, the spirit behind the decide initiative say a time will come on. Deputy minister, I can say deputy speaker, be better again. The moment you better again, only casting votes. And I say, the already
new for us actually say you can't the speaker. We are talking about the substantive speaker.
Very well.
Or no, the right honorable speaker.
Well. Again,
say and yes, sir, Obia, say meme kokotna akunyenu anaze say Obi from the kind of say a floor, a quotinua, and just only the speaker. Sana made it on one kind of
mission, no matter what the and say provision be on the spirit, any reason on the show. And when him say, yen, you speak a beer since I have 392, Ebepim Sabino. Speak a beer and power, okay, for them, they don't have votes.
Steve, let me land. Oh, sorry.
I beg of you, let me land. Yeah, can't vote to one MDR. Then we are referring to deputy speakers now fine ruling na aba no enne na aba ochina wona wo ho ne ya omuti aban mu may not be there we will have similar situation it is say ya party for bisubeti na there aba at the time
Steve
e be useful
no what for our advice you did come out until you are now veering off. And what shall I say to you? By young cancer, who say now person of Parliament, am I the people of Achumampunia?
Yes.
When I say box side one,
yes, sir.
Very good. Now, Okoye, as member of Parliament for Achumampunia, who feel honorable. Na evia yakwako pijao akwayo deputy speaker. Na that day no the speaker nini ho wakwako tena adwam wo deputize. Yeah, baby take a decision. Efa Achumampunia sa boxside reserve na ewo honom no. Say yemfama hoho. Ana say yemfama nyine hinfo. Because say woti akonwa no mu no nti no. Yes, wuntimi enkyere wadwene ewo ho. Wuntimi take a decision wo ho. Na yakokoto aba na afi wo vote nka ho ne kokodi ahoho a. Say wokọ nyine hina e dey asem no bebusa ho.
What single assembly out back up here?
Sana person me person wan sasa
once ma assuming say akudi economy nim dada say you take a decision be once I'm afra konya no I don't have right to I have to come down and explain to my people say constitution is in here eka Me myself na me make can say. Ya year constitution way from 92. Ya dey di dwuma wo mu a bepem sabre. Sabre ni dey na yenya parliament e hang to say we see nti. Na ye hu eso dey be emfaso. Now you are confronted with this situation and I will say move on. Now on my here there.
Yes. Now
My situation, me myself na me can say I would have preferred something like constitution can say review. Yeah, constitutional review no. Those when they work constitution ni no. Now we see a future out. What you say? Na ye free constitution ye the full na hono say mistake because as it stands say the idea ni city well ono me dey 2 million ma ono and omo timi chiri mu say there me fan say ono mo ntia say there but as it is stated clearly no.
Is there any difference between the speaker and the speaker? The speaker and a speaker in the parliamentary parlance, so you cast the speaker. One you refer to, and
the speaker of parliament.
And no,
the Ghana their situation.
Number one.
That means our speaker.
Okay, into the one can also so no go someone. The same, but I don't think say functions or to me to say speaker now.
King Supreme Court can wasem or can wasem in the ruling. Me say at page 23 with the whole copy. Was see Article 104(2) specifically disqualifies the speaker from voting.
Very good.
But does not apply to
disqualify the speaker. Was it the speaker? Who don't fit the speaker now? Or you know, was it a disqualify? Why? The speaker, who is in this context, Right Honorable Abon.
Yes.
Sana, where you almost does not apply to a person presiding. So, we see, what the Mammy Kai was show, and will receive some interesting side of the argument. And they say, was it? Further, we are of the considered opinion that these voting disqualification rules highlight a crucial point. Members of Parliament sit in Parliament as elected representatives of their respective constituencies. Parliament operates on the standard democratic principles of equal representation or one man, one vote, with matters decided by majority vote. Therefore, to cause a member to forfeit their vote in Parliament merely on account of having to preside over the business of the House in the Speaker's absence would unfairly disenfranchise.
If you are Santiachim, it is Sabrofa.
I don't know, KD.
Sabrofa, okay, Santiachim. What the betting was say?
Wait. Some kind.
Yeah, now kind say, no, yeah,
what's it?
Chimuchi. Hey, what's so?
I said the old team.
Never managed to
me, him is similar to beginning. Yeah, me, Jim, Mamma, and Crawford, a horror so one man, one vote, and yet it's a agony, I won't say again. Yeah, debate here, we know. It is a cocoa basse, will be a cocotra again, Emma speaker. Not say any panel. Yeah, man, acquire man to na bar. Nature say, I decided.
Was it? I didn't franchise. That's a way we go. All
right, human rights. Is there a difference between the speaker and a speaker? Let them explain. I was a Max, the American and worker. Protozua, na wakana sem. Or say, Abon Bagben's comment on the Supreme Court judgment is myopic. Thanks that the court has allowed the deputy speaker to vote. Menubu food where do masa. And then Ebusia penny chance were a draft. Or say, how can the police arrest armed robbers while they exchange bullets with them? If you have been experiencing robbers on highway before, you would never blame police for killing robbers. Okay. Mike Chansun Odum from Swami. Mike Chan. Okay. Moving forward, the police department needs to conduct a thorough profiling of its members before recruiting them. The police department under its current leadership is doing marvelous. Greetings to Michael Say Muating Pope. Okay. Mr. Kofi Omankranso, Supreme Court, your ruling will create battleground in Parliament in the coming days. Jamel Wachiwa Sokwa. Pope's voice alone gives the youth of MPP hope. There is hope in Pope. Hey Selassie, I would say Hey Selassie of Patriotic Voices goes. What at all does NDC want from the Supreme Court? They should go for appeal. There is no appeal at the Supreme Court. Perhaps review and stop the 7 hours with. Hey, okay. I'm fancy. And Collins appear our Franco. Tell Stephen that those two police men have equal tricks and qualities as their colleagues, so they know how they could have escaped or what they could have done to defend themselves from the courts, and not because they were going to mention any name. The heartbeat of democracy everywhere in the world is the parliament, and for that matter, the Supreme Court ruling last Wednesday was relevant. Chef Manwatosu, now that the Supreme Court has ruled that the deputy speakers can vote, I hope and pray that the minority NDC will stop agitations and let peace prevail in Parliament. I don't know who Kwakwapia. He greets you. Pope, we'll find out word on that name.
Ken,
Chief.
Say Mimia Bako, Esu Abeju Kumase. Inti Yria Minin Michiao. Mr. Claude Eji, Akoko, Temahabwa, on a general manager for almost scanning the your friend Otine. Patrowide Makawa Samnache, Ken, into the base of Ken, said ye can ma, Honorable Steve. And so Eji two mono. Mr. Muniz is a wajia to me read there. Now I say Asemno Esi. No, what's the wajia to
The Supreme Court. They have the authority.
Thank you. But where Ubi Kase or Wakasa, but Mumbra. Parliament, and that bit was
that one I don't want to comment about that.
Thank you.
But also, Ubiane said you will see him at the FA. What is a king? Me can say, idea we can make say a review. Now, ye that's the constitution. Now, you're for but at the time,
until the constitutional review and I say
very good court review, constitutional review. Now, a year free constitution, you say at the time, not so we see no, and then you way forward in here. They are true honorable.
Constitutional review.
You say attested. And I want to say, you tested them to know what you own. But this time, Parliament, 137, 138, no. And I might be say SC. And I'm not the who say, Constitution 1 test home faso. And a be me Justice Abdullahi Abasu say, what they are saying we call court. And we're independent person, we're neutral, we're NPP, we're NDC. But ama Nadicha Obechere no, when ya the BH now so they are the next lawyers or mobile on so adie. Say those kind of correct, maybe to say constitution no, I check for review. And now for amendment, make an amendment and review. Lawyer, you hear me? Really nice. I check. Maybe when you say, I say by now, you shall see a sign a common nash and you may be a. Bibi one of the other in the year. In the year, was a speaker Yari as a speaker Yari, I'm all queen. And a map of favorite Nasia or Casa or Quaco Twaba. You can't see it. You want to see a justice and the coin. Kofa 137, 137. What are you? I don't want to be here. Also, speak outside. Now you said 10 B. Also, the 11 baby are free pan. Steve, Yari over Yadipa. But speaker Yaria or Yari didn't two pay. And a comma, a deputy speaker, Betransia, way by year. Court ye review. It's Yari, Trebiana Yari, you. And Alamwa.
Here, what you say? At a most time, yeah, constitutional review. Trust me. Bohoka. Anka you when came a move. Because now you will say ye live pain. You see, I am who pain, say it messino. In the future, a constitutional reviewer.
Thank you. While on your trophy, Akwatia, see the speaker's chip in the Supreme Court verdict is unnecessary with his voice of words, with his choice of words. We shouldn't lambast the apex court of the land in order not to despair judicial system. Walanyo wrote from Akwatia. Master Planner Junior wrote from Kintampo. I said Ghana police needs a serious attention. Dr. Dampare is up and doing. He should leave a blueprint before leaving office. Put more fire. And then he goes on to say, the framers of the 1992 Constitution knew that the two deputy speakers are parliamentarians and so therefore represent their constituents. Probably that is why the Article 104.2 clearly denies the Speaker of his original or custom vote, but was silent on the two deputy speakers because of their representation. We need to amend the Constitution and make things clear to avoid any future controversies. A very special greetings to Prince Obeng, Greater Accra Regional Organizer of MPP. Anyway, we thank God that the court has affirmed MPP position that the first and second deputy speakers can vote. This will certainly cure the mischief of the NDC and will not bring about the chaos we witnessed last December. Leviticus power from Kaswa said the Supreme Court judgment affects the entire parliament, both NPP and NDC. Why is the NDC behaving as if their MPs only constitute the parliament? Area Kusi or Central Market Kumasi. I say some ungrateful and short memory Ghanaians can decide to vote for NDC and go back to do so. It is their own problem. Okay, sorry.
Can only say Justice Doche. What can't or moment now, sir? Assembly, no. Me pacho, say President Kufuor didn't buy, say President Mills didn't buy, say Rollins didn't buy you. Supreme Court, you do what you have said, man. What no 2013, sir, election petition, no, what to be. Or can't or ma, or Moka say, yes, say a day President Mahama. It's so because I win it. And we do no minianum, and this for Bose, sir, was streeting.
Thank you. Wait. Mami Adwa Trefi Accra. Also, let's be honest. The speaker is the cause of our problems. The truth will surely prevail. I want to know, has the person who took the matter to the Supreme Court spoken about his disapproval of the verdicts? NDC cry more than the bereaved. Tell apart. If they try to make Parliament a chaotic place, the citizens will restore sanity for them. Yao Jemfi, writing from the UK. Nana Hesi Ojiri, thank you for your sermon. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Steve, lawyer, my main for we shall see you about our economy. Professor Kwesiboche say the government should stop being arrogant and be honest on economic woes of the country. Say, do the thing. As I say, Ghana for Abano Ekasa, Abano Ejai Ahumason. Now, Oma Ghana for who said the AC Koso. ABCS, Omampeni has shown it by traveling commercial this time to Dubai. Any come wait 3 minutes we will be. Aye. What the buy economics near there.
The one we say we hold them nyadi. Indiana dem million naja. You can even want to start with so first.
And the bonia bem too.
Economic gurus wa.
Right away.
You mean very good. Minia and say Professor Bochi Akasa. Na obi say Professor Bochi with extensive experience in life generally. And M. Sonokra is one of the longest serving finance ministers, if not the longest. From Yesusakra, non PNDC Secretary for Finance, Satane Secretary. And he one of the very experienced. And I said the government should statement, the government should be bold and admit. Stop the arrogance. Be honest with Ghanaians and economic woes. Dr. Kosibo to government. I don't mean Tiasikra because I'm saying government are admitted. I don't know any government official or admitted say Ghana has financial challenges at the moment. I think the debate now is, do we raise the resources? We raise the resources internally, or we go to the IMF? I would say that's where we are. You see, here sika. Say sika no. You bepe se be ye free air home. And now see yenko amanone. Yenko World Bank. Yenko bo sabusia. I would say that is where the issue is. In terms of
na yengin to say ahochiro. Yema manfu. Say yes, people will recognize that ahochiro. And so we must wind down the avarice, the arrogance, and the show of impunity that the people see. As I'm out for Arama men, so
of course. Now say citizens don't like arrogance.
Okay.
Say honchire no be the one on TV, Ethiopia, and it will be ampe. Oh, auntie, but me who say obia atimi are bold enough, I deny. Say honchire ho. Obia admit it. It's a question of how do we solve it.
Mm-hmm.
The situation, you say we are at the crossroads. You know actually, for varying reasons. I'm saying no baby say that before 2019. But say from 2019 to now, no, is it was so how do we resolve it? And if you say Professor Botri asema wakam. I'm so arrogance in free moi. Anka he will be saying the same thing. But when you have arrogance, now I say you are targeting executive or more officials be a who. Well, I don't know whether it's personal, but maybe you're making a general statement. But we'll be maybe if you say commander. But if you say at the moment the situation is we'll be and say the question is how do we resolve it? Yanko World Bank and IMF say they be no can. And now say domestically, no, you can be a befaswa, you be free. I'm saying that's where we are now. And I think say I will leave it to my economic experts. I'll move no criticizing.
All right, thank you. No criticizing that or what defending. Anyway, that be kaka, you know. Say John Moframba, Eva, Ivy, any kweku, any yaw. Romina Sianope, Miss Akosia Free, and Ewa would enter. Akosia Free also yes, say John Ba, Nibiana, Unumina Sianope, or Mo Tinkwa, Yamen Cow, Oma Wadapa, Yami en Koso in Shao. Sazo na Joseph Akar Domsa Kodie. Also, yeah, Ghana Standards Authority, a doom branch, and Ewa Nippon or the so we show more grace and wisdom. Case closed. Happy birthday, Pope.
Ken, we there, Medawase.
Say the you visit them no.
A free member would that Minepa with the man shedding so. Ken the Professor Butchie Kai, Wadaroma, lawyer can say Bisenka, we sat same and that word arrogance if you were, and Casem non Castiasi Binyano, Kibinya Amana Brosumpo. Because arrogance no the bayeno, Mimiano, any no Akasank, maybe say Adintina arrogance. Now, arrogance no the bayana, no Mima Jimu Chemi say, government no engine to Muse, Amocheho. But Mimi no Ken, a crime be bresu a government of Ghana, even ministers. Yeah, it is. Na ya jatum se ahocha bagana. Na sa ahocha no if we have ama oma chichim de ma sa ahocha ne bae. Into because the government should stop the arrogance. Na say government stand now ni say ahocha mai. And the government no pinting ni say ahocha mai. So oka say arrogance should stop the arrogance. I mean sana meti ase. But with the wadaroma, emi say wadon aka conflicting because government ajatum. Government a bread who say abba form abetu baby a ye gina sisi abeka che say ahocha ba na ahocha no efri ha iti moma ye nyede ye hwe kwan ye befa so a ye betimi atena yi na aboa oman ewo isika gigi because he levy odiba yi hwe town hall meetings or mukoyi a the finance minister na ma wo kan no say sempo ye kwa akwaje loan every IMF na loan no sa ma ahoche no abedoso emre di enimu ni nti no sa de a moma ye hwe na ye ngigi ya ye ho ntoboa internal revenue
na yɛmfa nyɛ dɛn ntwia saa ka sɛ de bɛ loan foforo bia ɛnsa ma yɛ ho mɛkyerɛ kɛno nim sɛ Ghana yɛ sika agyigyɛ no entimi ntwia yɛ loans a interest on loans ɛne yɛ adwuma yɛ foka sika yɛ generating internally no entimi ntwia interest on loans ɛne workers of the government
na mo position mo se yɛ tisika so dada
Ken yes yɛ tisika so dada yɛ me kan bi and no crime so
na fair then na this kana
Ken so 2017 2018 2019 na enema esisi emi hu sampa na tisika so dada enu ti dey side free SHS by Ken where one policy a na do danko akufo e de buy a me hu say yɛ tisika so more than the hu no krompo yɛ say sa year of return in 2019 yɛn hwɛ sika de buy o man ni 2020 and anka the second phase COVID ye no. It means any COVID na eba na anka yetimi implement the second phase na. Meaning anka investment anka eba. Enka sika eba man huge. And no kompo just one policy of the government, one flagship policy. Sa planting for food and jobs. Then see another flagship. Yewe free SHS. Me patch free SHS na eba ye no. Enu sika betimi dia ba oman ni mu no. Amanfo nya hu sa sector no. Because in 2017-2018 you and Crompo Edeba say you reduce poverty no more because of that free SHS in India bad. Again, me no ti hey. Ye na ye begia to mu say so person who reduce poverty and as utu ohia se ewo ukrom ana umman. The best thing I bit my say obema education akoso. Ubetima mo biasua de akonkan and eno na nana danko akufo ado obaye wode na ho wode bia ne bibia ye say mema education enye free ema obia se de be ya ye betu ohia se me pa che yetu ohia se na isika na eba o etimi se etisika no so na sika no ba etiken me enye sa covid ene Ukraine war ya Ken kamimu se Ghana
na fe na di na watch ne fa
me patch Ukraine war di na watch ne fa but epsha no na full barrel of crude oil you say na watching miensa pe no ye hwe ba bia kodru na watching miensa pe no etu akwa akira ma se se oje ho krompa o nti ase eni ni na no me ti ameke me nim se enche ye sa beto lorry femu say Ukraine war and stop here because barrel of crude na 92 se it me hwe abedu 140 ye hwe percentage no and the beer to form, and ya buying a pet, and yet me no a pet, and your driver, you cap, and a wow for car passenger ope. But a Russia and Ukraine for now, or no, and to quite see any no. Say her, Rebecca's head then a Russia and Ukraine, and talk it in the for Bobedi. Russia, I can't all my own produce food, or we are seeing Nabi brave. Now, Russia, 8 million, 10 million barrels a day, 10 million barrels of oil a day. Enti se sanctions akọ so ne say ma obia ento omufuo it means almost 10 million fuel no produce no a free world market ni mu enti se no fuel kakra na aka no obia ekope bi enti me nan say na nyem nwa say hu say Nigeria also produce fuel ese Ghana Nigeria enya fuel nto o manya fuel shortage Nigeria sha say produce fuel na yen so da say be fuel but omumpo enya fuel shortage. Eti Ghana yenya fuel shortage no it means say yen mpanyifo nkompo no ayade so metima manage ama yen your fuel in abundance but just any bono ene ekoso eti ken me there prof kan ye no correct me onsa maybe na on treat ne ho anya say dey ye si nim no any reputation nim no obie na no kan say be say yes na ma yesu tirim ye tire ne kaka
Michael Osei Pope, thank you. Jay wrote from Norway. See, based on the Supreme Court's ruling, Parliament can consider review of their standing orders so that in future, both the first and second deputy speakers of Parliament should not be MPs. I'm not surprised that the minority and those saying the Supreme Court is compromising with government. I'm also surprised that the minority and those saying the Supreme Court is compromising with government have not been cited with court. I don't get it, G. Thanks very much. Anyway, Steve. So
that's a blue. Yeni Prof Buki Ayadre completely. That's what I walk on. When you do atemu. I say I want what you are buying munu ibi. Inya is all mema on metriso. So the million kase. Just if I be or jitum say I want to answer or as in ho. But yeah, my mom for who say situation on minor akumuni. Yeah, Ghana economic situation is very serious. And very, very difficult. Nanado even said it. Can I say Independence Day. Sana Prof Buki Eka. On can sana unjai. Say osi situation no aye worse ya. And I say a very difficult one. Na say we show a dear many penny there. She said the nanado ye na anu. Na kane wo kwa bridge ya say na omai no say the OCD kono. Sikasema to form. Dollar and then atwam ekwa 8. What is it? At the time, it didn't Dr. Bawumia and Ghana. But then they on sometimes talk is cheap. Canadian. Talk is cheap. Yan can you watch here? Osi agonede. Ed. And then the idea na amano. From 4 cities into 8 cities. What is it? Within 5 years. Fuel no. And then the akodroni yenya Russia and Tokwa edi esheno. And yes, I know more catch ye. And the ye person catch on say. Yen nyina ya jet me say oman no emu ayedene sanete dia aban mu panyimfo no omon kate expenditure kin unnecessary expenditure and me ba aye bi omoko VAT no mi share mako be say 20 we come ni nipa me bi ate ba ko they could have used one bus no omu nyina ayeden akọ aba then the citizens will see say indeed what our leaders are saying no aye no correct but we are not seeing it. V8 ba Akoko jina ho a ebebu petrol more than 10 million, 15 million. What is it? Now be catch say ho kire wo ho na me ya misika eda me phone so wo sa betia. Na me ye den maka akoye. Oh yes. Elsewhere, at the later part of the time, that is what President Mahama was doing. Ye ko ba bia ye nyina MMDCs ye nyina egu wanka mu. Na ya ko ba bi sa ne ye ba na bus na besi ye. Na obi aye den. Let me land. No obi aye den car ko di fie. What you say? Assume he said, listen, assume he said, sir, you for individual districts, official car, you never do mass, you take it off, and cry. We use one bus, at least to save fuel. You the echo. Yeah, but we have for the car, no for the constituency, another district. Akoko yeduma. Sir, near mana air costume, and not necessary or minor, you share na yijai. Now for you raising revenue. Legitimately, yes, sir. We can see yes, Kenti now Obama for po tax ya. We can jeneni ye mremu. Now we say ye watching yenti. No, we should explain to the people. When you can buy crab it in the telcos, no, aye. Now you pushy afaho. Now aye come on. What do I say? Say consultations in the maybe because what? Sanima when you every crank master there. Ye be any dindi and accuracy say no. Indeed, on my need yeska. We need money to finance a me no can say statutory funds last year common fund up to date in tier 1 quarter assemblies in bed on my eduma yes so mon kope busia and mon fa rani assembly no me I get fund and call pay national service allowance 2 months in arrears in tier enti wenu nyina ne niam a ye ka say o man no imu ayedene nti empanyimfo nya nhihye ya ebeboa ama niam atumi akoyi ede ama citizens no na odu ano donwira ebi ngo sika o mind mu yet sika so as I come there mother o come start wha Dr. Bawumia nsem bi oka and media to me refer no so not too long ago nsema na oka say dollar with the propaganda and the idea your exchange rate will expose you. And then the narrative bear saying the dollar na could do no exchange rate, you know. King, what we need to do now, and he said, almost perfect pepper the house in the Bank of Ghana. Aye, now rate na adiane kono. You bet me again bibi ama a stabilize kakra. They have to do that. Now just every day be adiane kosro sa there. Kosro na minia. Yeah, what down now. I hope to know horror situation in here. I tell you, let me know you cast in Nigeria. I will produce oil that says, until how no oil not assault and Ghana the ensure to yen no cry na chese ye mpanyimfo no master is neither here nor there asoma me no ka no what dey say the me no ka no na ye no cry ne ye kan say dollar na e kosoro na enu nti da biom so mbetum no say yeso ye produce oil no bi wa ha na yeso ye de na ye koton no nye dollar na yeso ye gide ba at least they should use part of it to pushing consumers no asoma me can me bo ade no me pacho ye the dollar na e koton afi adwaman so aba nyame ayadem ade na ye koton no yeso ye de na ye refine na ha yeso ye kokoton na yeso ye di dollars ni bi di aba so atante ye koton ye no dollar ni kosura at least in ye nim hwe no de nya ye no aban fa kakra nkushin consumers no na yenso so ye ho nya de enhin ha ye minia mo na mo tie akonwa so ne ye kan se munye bibia be ma nipa na to abade ma mo ye benya gidie se ye kwa ahonyehie mu no aban ne ye bibi we ma ye na se de si koi de I tell you masa se ne ye to aba Ghana na se kan pipi munya MPs no 100 kra me bom nsem se e de mama se de o mani mo se ye den no na ka do mama be bitim 2 million votes ama mo bu se nyame ejai den ehihye mo se ma mo kan ye no o mani mo ye dire king another mama na tonsuom
Mamin, that's it. That mean kind of last and or final. Ada Pope.
What can I say? I think it's what can say me keep to
why you were the mama
honorable Vice President Baumia can say me said dollar. Yes. Ono kasa as economics. Okasa ono no edi bibi friend all things being equal. Na just say more time no. Say nya sambre no pepe na say covid maya dollar no ho be dia se mo die no and no correct na covid maya na dollar no dey say mo time no die no eti ye the to so say time we na pepe.
You had your chance, Pope. Thank you very much. Don Pino writes, the Supreme Court was right. If the minority has problem, they should go for review and stop disturbing our ears. As if there are no lawyers in their party, the NDC should stop throwing dust into the people's eyes. Even as the ex-president, Steve, obviously President Mama goes around with more than 50 cars anytime he travels. Is that true?
Can mean or president?
Or see even in out of office.
Sabri.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
All right. Maxwell Kofi Juma brings us to the end of the program. What is left is good management. We have to sow seeds that will generate prosperity. Good infrastructure coupled with good human resource management in the form of education, especially skills training and good health systems, is what is going to bring us the lasting prosperity. And Akufo-Addo, we are on track, even with occasional bumps and hurdles like COVID and Ukraine. Thank you, Pope. Thank you, lawyer. Thank you, Steve. Kumasi Catering Rest House and a support to your man of pain. Kumasi Catering Rest House. Any dipa. Kwesi Arabia special moves to session and so honmo edimam. Pope.
Ken,
yeah, say.
Mancha me mame wadaroma. Paulina Ado, awe shubu asisi eno wadaroma oba enano pemicha o me free ha me befi.
Steve, asa wo kan
o di kan ka chem se me ntia befi. Onye sa me ba ma me befi.
Steve ka bi chem.
Oh, okay. We there. Yeah, man, benefit of time.
Yeah, sorry, I go for a good year wholesale. Na Brighton and Hove, Ebe host Liverpool. Now Liverpool are close to gap now. Any other related stories? The King Edward Slave, many my pound for Kenneth, Maggie, Wilder, any Yamete, any Omokai, and yes, yet that will be as a OT Hello 101.5 FM. Now, Mebwa, Ebesia, Kosuti, a good year, Hello FM, with someone joking, Bokim.